Yeah, and my playing is typically just, okay, so this is what we're doing now. Cool, okay, this is the information I have in front of me. I'm going to look no deeper.
Alrighty.
It
Okay.
is, it's not a good thing about me. I am a very in-the-box thinker.
Okay, so, since everyone's here and Carhast will probably either be late or absent, I guess we can get started, but, first things first, I got the pointers back, so, like, you can press the X button to get the arrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's back, and I think it's Control X for, oh, that's something else, yeah, Control X for the speech bubble, and then Shift X for,
Jesus.
yeah. Yeah, so you can use that to point out stuff now.
Oh, yeah, the colors are a little wonky. Does it, like, override when somebody else uses it?
Yeah,
yes, it does.
It overrides when you use it. It's not perfect because this is brand new. I found it literally last week. So yeah, you can use it as a pointer again. Just keep in mind that it'll override colors. I'm sure it'll get updated when things get fixed. What are you doing?
I was sure there was a version I was using of that didn't have that issue.
Yeah, pointers and pings. Because I updated to Foundry version 11, the old pointers and pings doesn't work anymore.
Well, that's not ideal, now is it?
Yeah, so be careful if you end up updating your Foundry, Cole, because that'll happen. What are you guys doing?
Pointing.
See you poking Tyrion. So yeah, the pointers exist again. There's another thing that I'll be using from this point forward, and it is a safety tool called the X card. So if you look on like the left where the sidebar is, so underneath the hiker, you'll notice a card with the X. So basically, it's a safety tool, kind of like yellow cards or red cards, where like if a subject or RP is getting to a place that makes you uncomfortable, you can just like tap the card and like somebody doesn't want to broach that subject, let's roll things back, no questions asked, and like reset. It's completely anonymous because I know some people are complete introverts, and if there's issues, don't really want to bring them up or not comfortable with that. This is completely anonymous, so it doesn't tell me who clicked the card. It doesn't tell anyone else who clicked the card. So if you click it, for whatever reason, there doesn't need to be any explanation, no questions asked. We'll just reset the scene and move on. And
wow.
Yeah.
Backflip.
Yeah, so you guys are free to make use of that whenever you like. It will not upset me. Actually, it'll help me a lot more. So yeah, if anything comes up, whether it's like an enemy or RP or like plot point or whatever that makes you uncomfortable, just click the card and I will figure stuff out. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Yeah, because like, when you're playing with a bunch of introverts, not everyone's comfortable raising issues, even no matter how approachable a GM might be. So that's there. Just in case. I like to think I'm very approachable, but I like having options. Also, we're not playing next Sunday because my birthday is the day after, and I want to keep that day open for myself.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I'm not gonna run next week.
Your birthday means that we all get a birthday 20, right?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see the week after how I feel. But yeah, speaking of birthday 20s,
everybody get their present, so it happens.
Speaking of birthday 20s, Nate, you still have one you've not used.
Yes.
So you still got that for like a month or two ago. So yeah. Anyway, so with that stuff out of the way, who wants to do recap? It's been like 2 weeks since we ran.
It has.
I wasn't here.
Yeah, Nate wasn't here, so you're not eligible for the extra hero point.
Okay.
I could totally describe everything that happened.
I think I remember last session well enough. Yeah, it was, if I remember correctly, it was more of an RP session last time. We
yes.
We spent time Yeah, we spent time talking to Phoe and Tyrion. Well, Croux spent time talking to Tyrion. He's the only person that can stand that bastard. Let's see here. Phoe learned about the docs fucking Breaking Bad in the garage, and went, okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with this. You're doing this to help people. Sometimes it has to happen. Cumaenos proved that he is the funniest member of the party. Oh yeah, and Mate as a dog.
Yeah, I guess we're playing off Mate as a dog now, which is really, really hilarious to me.
Yes. I got a recap I can do though. That's a little bit accurate. Is that basically Phoenicia trauma dumped on us?
Hey,
Yes.
Not wrong.
I'm gonna
Doc got new shades.
I'm gonna dock you hero points for that jerk.
You're gonna dock him a hero point?
Oh my
If
god.
anything, she trauma dumped my trauma on me, if anything.
Yes. We learned about the false gods, and we might die if we reveal the info.
I had to think of a way for Croux to learn that because he was still away. Just fucking nerding out.
So he doesn't know that.
No, he does know that. I basically said that like Mate got bored and went in to join the rest of the party and listened.
And
So
then,
Croux can just learn what they talk about later.
yeah. And then afterwards, when all this stuff happened in the garage, stuff about Oliver's mom got revealed, and there's now a new party goal of finding out what happened to the team members
Wow.
of Phoe's missing party. And of course, a certain sushi agent that kind of caused the incident.
Some information about that. I just haven't shared it.
Yeah, you have information about that. You
Ash
haven't
knows
shared
that
it.
stuff. Yeah, that's good. Alright, everybody give yourselves a hero point, and DG and Fur, you guys can give yourselves one extra.
I removed
I'm
one.
at 5.
And I'll go ahead and unpause. Nate, so Ash is currently not present because he's out running an errand. But what time is it in game? Oh, it's still early. Okay, yeah, so he probably won't be back for a bit. So actually, I'll resolve this right now. So, actually, well, before I do that, is there anything you guys wanted to do for the morning?
I mean, Doc's in the garage doing Breaking Bad things, so...
Doing Breaking Bad things. Wait, why is it only 8:30? It should be later.
Yeah, it should be later.
Yeah, hang on. Let me adjust the time. I think I. Anyway, yeah. Tell me what you guys want to do right now.
I believe that my quote-unquote downtime up until we leave is spent finishing up the silenced pistol.
Yep. All right, there we go. Yeah, so it'll be like about afternoon now.
Alright. I need to remember that Tyrion is an access point for silencers, like the fucked up kind.
Yeah, the fucked up kind. Oh yeah, Cole, I believe you said last time Cumaenos just kind of like went out to the garden.
Yes.
Oh, what is he doing out there right now?
As of the current moment, he is sitting there and looking out into the I think it's like a waterfall pond or something.
Yeah, it's a little pond thing.
That's what he's doing. He's sitting there and chilling, looking at it.
Just sitting.
Amazing.
Big ol' eyes.
He's chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
You don't know. You don't see what's under the mask.
Alright.
He also did kind of get put in his mind, oh, abominations.
Just
Actually,
believe it.
Actually, upon thinking about it a little more, Doc would not be considered an abomination because it's actually right up Echidnaron's alley. So, yeah, you can like nix that, but like, but
Maid
yeah,
is
no.
still a creature.
Maid is still like an abomination, and so is Lady Sinclair.
Oh my god.
Alright, so... I think I'll fast forward it to like about afternoon. Yeah, so it'll be about 2:30 in the afternoon, and Ash will probably return at this point in time. So I'll go ahead and explain what you've been doing for like the last 6 hours.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Ash, for the last 6 hours, you've been essentially out on reconnaissance with Golden Boy over here. And your assignment has pretty much been to scout out prospective candidates for Rose Guard membership for the Sinclair twins to peruse over and possibly interview. And both you and Golden Boy have been doing that. And part of the process of doing that has been engaging in a couple of duels. So I'm gonna roll for how many you've won. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 for both you and Golden Boy.
Okay.
Cool. There's like a competition now between them.
Yeah, as I've always been a little competitive, so this will be for you.
Nice.
9. That's pretty good. And this will be for the other guy.
That means I only lost, what, 3?
Yeah.
Get wrecked, kid.
So yeah, you've engaged in like some friendly competition, and you've actually come out on top on more of your duels than he did. Which he kind of takes in good stride. I don't know if you're rubbing it in his face a bunch, but you know,
Small jabs.
small jabs. Oh yeah, so since you've won 9 and duels are worth 8 points each. Sorry, my math is bad. What is 9 times 8? 45?
That would be 72.
72.
72?
How
Okay.
would you?
Yes.
How would you get 45?
I don't know! Shut up! I'm bad
Multiplying
at
the
math,
even
okay?
number.
So, yeah, you have 78 points now?
Boy.
Yeah, because I don't think you started with any.
I had 2, I think, because I did 2 ghost missions.
I think those are worth more. Hang on.
He definitely did a few contracts.
Yeah.
Let me
I-
see.
I feel like I remember him either having 6 or 8.
Yeah, so you had more. Hold on 1 second.
I went out there and said, hey, I gotta beat some people's asses.
So you did. They're worth 4 points each, so you had 8 to begin with. So that leaves you at 86.
81.
Fuck! 81. Okay, you have 81 points. Fuck me. See, I'm bad at math.
So can't math.
I can't math. So you have
It
81
is
points
okay.
now. So you have 81 points. So I'll note that down. So you have 81 points. So that's not bad, especially considering you fought like 12 unique opponents and won 9 of your matches. That's not bad. That's really good.
That's gotta be fucking horrible for the muscles. Like, gonna be sore as fuck tomorrow.
So yeah, on the way back, you banter with Golden Boy a little bit, and by the time you get back, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. So, yeah. You notice you don't park in the garage because the garage is currently occupied. Well, the garage door's closed. No, the garage door's closed, so you can't see. It's closed, so you just park the car in the driveway and just go through the front doors. You don't know what's going on in there.
Right. You don't know anything about that over there.
Yeah, you totally don't know that there's a pseudo meth lab going on in there right now.
With mate helping.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're back.
I'm gonna be sore. It's not open for me. I
No,
gotta
sure.
get closer to it.
Yeah,
I have to be like right on it.
Yeah, the map's weird. Anyway, yeah, Golden Boy doesn't follow you right in. He hangs around outside because he's smoking. And will finish off his cigarette before he decides to go back in.
Mhm.
Because you know your boss doesn't really like the smell of cigarette smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Who does?
Yeah, who would?
Cigar
people.
smoke actually smells quite nice, but that's not cigarettes. So.
She in here? Did you hear it?
Oh, where is she? I believe
office.
she's in the office. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the office door's open.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Oh, that took a while.
Yeah. There's a lot of scouting.
Oh, did you find anything interesting?
A couple people.
Oh, go ahead, send them over. Let me take a look. And then she'll wander over to you.
Now I gotta think of these fucking people. Yeah, he'll give her like general information about people that he think would be good for the Rose Guard.
Yeah, it's like you know what kind of qualities both of them look for,
Mhm.
so you've probably come up with a sizable list.
Mhm.
And yeah, she'll go over the data with you and just type in the names that you provide on her tablet. Not many as I'd like, but a lot more than I was expecting. These are pretty good. I'll have a look. I'll give these names to Tyrion as well, for him to look over. See if we can find anybody suitable.
Mhm.
So, she stares at you expectantly. How was the trip? I'm sure
Huh?
you and Mr. Evans had some time to catch up. She tilts her head to the side and smirks a little bit.
I don't know what you're referring to.
You two weren't gossiping about me again, were you?
Seems a side eye. Or like, break eye contact for a little bit.
Smirks
No.
even more. Okay, I see
None
how
of
it
that.
is. Well, it's been a while, and he doesn't really have many people to talk to aside from me. I remember how you two used to get along. So, it's kind of nice to see you're still getting along after all this time.
You're still trying to make me have friends.
She looks a little offended at that. What? It's not a bad thing, is it? Having friends, I mean.
Guess it's okay.
Well, it should be, and people call me a recluse. And, she moves back to sit behind the desk. Believe me, I totally understand your situation, but times change. We move on, even if we don't move on completely. To be honest, you're probably doing a much better job in the friends department than I am. So, if you can do that, then maybe so can I.
If you get out of the office more, I'm pretty sure you'd have tons of friends.
I have a job, you know. Being a fashion designer is a lot of work.
If you say so.
She shoots you a look. Besides, you don't know everything there is to know about my personal life, and I'm not gonna tell you. That's none of your business. Well, some of it
Fair.
isn't.
Oh, right. And he'll like dig around in his pocket and find like an old crumpled up note. I have some information about where they're at.
She perks her head up at that. Oh, who do you mean?
So Ophelia was transferred to facility number 9 in Albion. Andre was transferred to facility number 47 in Fong, and Alistair is in Arcadia, and facility number 24.
As soon as you start mentioning those names, Ash, her expression, her mood completely shifts from like the playful and kind of cheery to completely serious and a little grim. I see. So you were able to find out some stuff about them while you were here. I wasn't sure you would, but I'm glad. And she starts entering the information on the computer.
I'm not sure how current it is. I think I've been there for about 2 or 3 months.
Considering the accident happened a couple of years ago, the fact that that information is still in their records at all is nothing short of a miracle. And, roll me a perception check, please.
Make me see. Where's it at?
It should be on your sheet.
I got a 2.
Nat 1.
I'm going to rewrote that.
Oh my god.
14.
That's slightly better. You've known her long enough that you know when there's something she's not telling you. Yeah, you're not sure what it is, but she's... like, there's an occasional glance she shoots your way that kind of makes you feel like there's something she wants to say but isn't saying it.
There was nothing else for the other person, fortunately.
I wouldn't expect there to be. This wasn't his area of operations, so he keeps himself well hidden, considering he's a high-ranking heart. So I'm not surprised. You did good, though, finding what you were able to find, all things considered.
Well, you know, kind of happened to be there by accident.
Accident or no, at least you managed to salvage something out of it.
If you want to look over the information yourself, I have a hard drive.
If you don't mind, I'll have a look when I've got the time.
You just slide it on the desk.
She'll take the flash drive and then glance at it briefly and then set it off to the side of the desk in a drawer. She stares at you for a moment or two, seemingly considering something, and then grabs something from inside one of the folders that she's got stacked up on the desk over here, and gives you a rather familiar looking letter and slides it across the desk for you, to you. And you recognize it as generally the same kind of letters that you get from your sister, your younger sister. Well, your sisters. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Regina wanted me to give this to you. A little update, as it were. Your family's doing fine. Your sisters miss you, as usual.
He's silently just stare at it for a little bit and then put it in his pocket. Well, it kind of did disappear without saying anything.
Oh, as long as they know you're safe, right? And just to kind of give you the lowdown of what's been going on, you have been in contact with your younger sisters every so often, so they know you're alive. They just don't know where you are. And through Regina and Phoe, they funnel you letters and funnel letters back to them, and then keep it kind of on the down low. So you have a line back home, but it's kind of infrequent, and you have to be very, very careful about it.
I'll be gone for a bit. I'm just gonna head upstairs.
She stares at you, long and hard. There's something else, but it can wait.
Oh.
Go see what your sisters have to say. Or I tell you anything else.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You've been a big help.
Do you want the door closed or?
You can go ahead and keep it open. Your friends already know a whole lot about what's going on, and I don't think it'll matter whether or not they know any more about anything else. I've told them a fair bit. You should probably check in with them at some point today.
Will do. Again, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything for you. And then she returns to her work at the computer.
Yeah, then I go upstairs.
Then Ash goes bye-bye for a bit.
Bye-bye, bye, goodbye.
Alright, what would the rest of you like to do for now? Or are you trying to get into the...
I got it.
You got it?
You got it.
You got it.
Okay. Alright. So while Ash is doing that, is there anything the rest of you want to do for right now?
We'll save to not clock Tyrion in the face for his 5th comment about my work being only adequate.
He does pay you some genuine compliments. He's just he's just kind of a dick about it.
Oh, is it the kind of is it like kind of compliments like better than I expected, like backhanded compliments?
It's very
or is it
backhanded.
actually is?
Yeah, it is a little backhanded. It's like, oh, I'm surprised. This is better than I expected.
What?
Like I said, Croux does have a master's.
Yeah, he does point out things like, oh, you do have a master's, right? How old are you again?
1 second, I forgot how old Croux is.
Croux is, I think, like 23?
Yeah. Yeah, he's 23. So just it's 23. Why?
Yeah, he'll kind of go, huh, that's impressive for someone your age. What school did you go to again? The School of Robotics in Tinkerton, was it?
I have to open up my Croux lore.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah.
Tinkerton Academy of Engineering and Robotics. Yeah.
Yep.
And where in your class did you graduate? Top of your class, on hope?
No, not top. There's always gonna be that there's always gotta be at least one person who just does absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
always those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Huh. Not top of your class and focusing your study on subjects like this. Interesting.
I'll choose to take that interesting as a compliment.
And you said you have other fields of study that you're interested in.
Oh,
It's not just robotics, right?
Yeah. As of recent, I've been trying to learn a bit of medicine, actually, alongside alchemy. You know, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. Might as well, see what I can try to learn what I can, Especially considering the shit that's been happening as of recent.
So, Croux, Tyrion practically looms over you because there's at least a whole foot difference in height between you. And
I always forget that Croux is 5'4".
yeah, there's like almost a foot difference in height between you two, and he's just kind of sizing you up, assessing you. Like kind of almost the same way a scientist would study a specimen. Not like a, not in a dehumanizing way, but just kind of idle fascination. Oh, a multidisciplinary fella, huh? Not many of those around.
I mean, it's always good to spread out, right? Wouldn't want to get burned out.
Now, in those other disciplines, have you ever had any formal study, or just something you pick up here and there?
Even with the loans I took, I didn't really have the money to go into, to study for those formally, so, yeah, just more something I did in my off time.
He frowns. Oh, you didn't apply for any grants or anything? There's a lot of those.
I did, but, I mean, it's, the academy was, still real hard on the wallet, and, student loans are already a bitch. I can't exactly, take out many more right now, since I assume that you can't take out loans while you're paying off another loan except to pay off that loan. Taking off loans to pay off your loans.
The infinite cycle.
You see Tyrion purse his lips a little bit, seemingly thinking about something. Huh. That's kind of surprising. What kind of work do you do now?
Well, I work part-time as an errand, but most of my time is repair work, really. Pays pretty well, and I've gotten pretty good at it. I've can fix up things that a fair bit faster than others can. Crew's I think Crew would still be working on the gun by now, but like when he has a hand free, it's sort of like fidgeting with something right now.
Huh.
It's like,
That's interesting. Guy like you graduate from top technical university in Stahlberg and just working on repair jobs? Bit of a waste of your talents, if you ask me.
problem is with trying to get into the more interesting work, let's say, is I'd have to that there would probably be a bit of a lull period in my pay, and I can't exactly afford that. This is the first time in months that I've had anything other than like $1 mac and cheese and cup noodles for dinner. Maybe even a year now.
You see Tyrion squint at you some more.
Yeah.
I see. Well.
Or would it be 1 silver?
Yeah, something like that. I think like 1 silver.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 silver cup noodles.
So while Tyrion is scrutinizing you, you see him. He seems to be thinking about something. And then he straightens up, nods to himself, and goes, "Well, if you have any other projects that you're working on, feel free to let me know, or let me take a look at it, and I'd definitely be interested in taking a peek. You've given me a lot of things to think about." And, he doesn't even wait for you to respond. He actually just starts walking away. But you see him
classic.
You see him pull out a small tablet from his coat pocket, and you see him tapping on it a little bit. And yeah, he just walks away.
Crew goes to wait, but sees that he's just walking away without looking, so it's just he still just awkwardly waves, knowing that he's not gonna be seen. and then gets back to finishing up, looking it over and making sure that the gun's not gonna explode on its first shot.
So yeah, the gun is actually finished at this point. It is in DG's inventory already, and I've set up all the macros and stuff.
It hasn't been formally handed over yet, so there's still time for testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but by this point, yeah, you'll have the gun finished.
Yeah.
Alright, who else wants to do stuff? Well, Doc is over here doing, his Breaking Bad stuff. Yeah, his drugs.
I'm sitting out in the yard.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'll deal with you now, actually. So it's just like, what, Cumaenos is just sitting out there, not really meditating or anything?
It seems like he's just sitting on the bench looking out into the pond. Just kind of like looking at the water right now. If anything, looking like directly like down into the water as opposed to like more at like the waterfall or not.
Okay. Alright, so Cumaenos, while you're sitting out there, you actually do see the whole exchange between Croux and Tyrion. You see him walk away. And while you're sitting out there, just being out there in nature, you can feel the ripples of life everywhere. The rustling of leaves on the wind, the chirping of birds, fluttering and skittering of insects, and the movements of both people near and far. And amidst all of that, you can feel something. Another distant ripple of life offering you glimpses of things that were, things that are, and things that are yet to be, though they're little more than fuzzy static to you right now. But you think that if you were able to focus enough, you might be able to get a clearer picture. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
I don't know what would help him focus. I'm trying to think.
Let me see what skills you've got right now that might help with that.
Apple juice.
I'm clearly going to use my -1 stealth to focus.
Yeah, you -1 stealth. I'm thinking here. Let's see. I think your occultism would probably do well here.
Fair enough, that makes sense. What he would attempt to do in that case is he will attempt to focus in on whatever the feeling he's getting and see if he can better define it in his own mind by whatever occult knowledge that he is familiar with and what this feeling might be. And then try and focus in with that. Doink.
Doink.
Alright, I think that's good enough. Alright, so the sensation that you get seems to be coming from the apple blossoms. I mean, I think you still have them, hang on.
Yes, on the staff.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, they seem to be coming from the apple blossoms, kind of strange, distant energy just rippling all along the staff that you carry.
Okay, he would take one out and he would place it in his hand and inspect it a little bit more closely now that he is able to discern where the feeling is coming from.
Alright, so, using the apple blossom, the vibe that you get, it seems to be memories. Not really your own, but memories absorbed by the earth itself. And choose one of these things that you want to get a better look at. The past, the present, or the future.
Let's see, out of character, I'm definitely more interested in the future. However, I'm going to have to say Cumaenos would probably, based on a lot of the things he struggles with, focus in on the past.
Okay. Let's see. So, for the things in the past that you can get a glimpse at, okay, so for things from the past, would Cumaenos want to learn something relating to himself or relating to someone else?
Again, I would want to learn more about somebody else, but Cumaenos is very inherently curious about who he was because he doesn't remember. So I'm going to focus in on. I'd say he'd probably focus in on that.
I think I know you too well because I know which choice to dangle in front of you. And it's a hard choice. Okay. Alright, so I think someone's vacuuming upstairs because I can hear the house rumbling. Hang on. Where was I? Okay, so clinging to that train of thought, Cumaenos, you focus on the past, particularly yourself, and it takes a few moments before anything comes to you. It's a distant haze, foggy, blurry, but it gradually comes into focus ever so slowly. And the image that you get is of two people. A young man, not much younger than yourself, and a girl, only slightly younger still. And they seem to be having, you guess, a conversation. Not quite an argument, but it's a little bit heated. They seem to be talking about something serious. And, you hear the younger girl protesting about why, presumably the young man needs to do what he's planning to do. That why does he need to go through a procedure to remove his gift or suppress it when most people just learn to control it? And she seems very upset, borderline angry. You hear the young man very calmly, but gently reply that he's doing it for the family, to protect his family and other people. And you hear the younger girl protest that she's not scared of anything, and that no matter what monster he accidentally creates, she'll fight it. She'll become strong enough to fight any monster that he might create. And he replies that he doesn't want to put her in that position. And there's a moment of understanding. Young girl's not happy about it, but you see her nod and just kind of go, okay, I'll trust you. And you see them hug briefly, and then the image fades from view, and you know that was the last time she ever saw him. And there's a name that you remember, and you know her name is Petra. Petra Durant, and I'll type that in. And the last thing you hear her say is, I'll see you whenever it's done, Virgil. And yeah, that's what you, then the memory fades. So I'll type out those two names.
Many thank yous. At that Cumaenos, it definitely goes, if anything, even more reserved and quieter as he's now further in contemplation.
There you go.
Many thanks.
And there is something else. So, you're after you kind of view that memory, you kind of feel something change a little. And hey, your gift has been upgraded. So,
Oh,
so you're able to do this.
Oh.
So you are now able to cast Summon Beast with the following change. So I'll add that to your abilities in a minute. But yeah,
Oh, I think
you have a new ability. You are able to cast Summon Beast, exactly how it is in the spell description, and you can sustain it with a single action every round. So you can summon one creature up to half your level rounded up, I believe. So you can summon anything up to level 3. But it requires an object for you to use as a catalyst. And the object returns to its original state once the spell is dismissed, or if the beast is reduced to 0 HP, at which point, if it was reduced to 0 HP, the object is in a broken state upon dismissal.
I can't believe
dude.
that Cumaenos is gonna start walking around with a bunch of rocks in his pocket.
Just fucking no, it's a pocket full of snakes basically. I just fucking reach in there and I start throwing snakes everywhere.
can't believe he
Throwing
can,
snakes.
can't believe he can turn the airship to a dragon now.
I think it's a blah blah blah. I think it's up to, it has to be of equal size, I think. So if you're gonna summon an animal, if it's tiny, you have to use it like something tiny. If it's medium, you have to use
Holy
something medium.
Holy shit,
Makes sense.
Cumaenos, is this why you have the slab?
You're gonna turn the slab into a creature.
Don't worry about it. Don't think about the slab. It's fine.
It's a guard dog.
Leave my slab out of this.
It's gonna have a dent in its head because of the crow.
And
Fucking rude ass crow.
anything that you summon will have the construct trait. They are not like actual beasts. It'll be a construct. So that's the one change.
So that means they all have the limitations of constructs as well?
I believe so. So, like, they're, I think, immune to, like, disease, death effects, I think poisons. But they're also mindless?
1 second, let me just look at Mate's bleed, death effects, disease, doom, drain, fatigue, healing, necromancy, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poison, sick, and unconscious. Nothing about... Oh wait, disease is right there. Nothing about poison. Oh, poison.
Nothing about poison. Oh wait, there's the poison.
Oh,
There's
there's
the
poison
poison.
right there.
Listen, I cannot read.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like, sometimes.
it functions exactly like the summon beast spell, so... summon spells are a little wonky, so let me take a look.
Here's my here's another question I have about Summon Beast. Is it like automatically heightened?
It's up to half your level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know summon spells are just like at a they're at like level 3, and you have to put it into like a higher slot if you want to summon the higher level
summon
beast.
animal, I think. It's summon animal, not beast. Yeah, so it functions like the summon animal spell. So it's up to half your level. So it'll be heightened third. No, wait, heightened there.
I don't think it actually is half your level, like base on. It's just kind of random, the levels.
So if you've ever seen, I shouldn't be telling you this, but under the relic gifts categories, there is, I believe, beast gifts. Summon animal is one of those things. That's what I'm using right now. So it's like up to half your level is the spell level. So it'll be heightened second, I believe. I think. Hang on. I have to look at it again. It's been a minute. I checked this last week. Hang on 1 second.
Call of the Wild is cast summon animal with a level of half the item's level rounded up. So, yeah, I think that would be the it's basically your highest level spell slot.
Yeah, so it's it would be heightened up to 3rd level. So yeah, it's the summon
Which,
item. It's the
No,
summon.
you can summon a bear.
Yeah, you can summon a bear.
Turn
So
slam into a bear.
Walk around with a bunch of rocks in your pocket so you can summon the cockroach swarm.
so it'll be heightened 3rd level, meaning you can summon animals up to level 2. So yeah, just yeah, it's a function. It's functionally the summon animal spell, heightened to 3rd level. So level 2 animals is up to what you can summon. I forget if summoned creatures you control them directly. Like you sustain the spell, and I think the animal acts on its own turn. I don't remember. Your turn. I don't remember.
I'm not sure of the distinction in the 2nd edition. I'll have to read up on it more
I
and try
think
and figure it out.
I think it rolls initiative, but you control what
Yeah.
it does.
Okay. Because I think what happens is like when you summon it, you spend 1 action sustaining the spell every round, and those are your actions. The animal has its own action or actions, but you control it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you summon in a creature, has the animal trait, blah blah blah, heightened spell. Yeah, so the animal acts on its own. You can command it. So it has its own set of actions. It's not like Croux, who has to sacrifice one of his actions to command mates to do stuff. It's the same thing with, I think, with rangers and summoners. They can split their action economy to give their companions actions. You don't have to do that. You're spending 1 action to sustain the summon spell, and then the animal can act on its own. There we go.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's straightforward. The easiest way to remember it. So
Yeah.
it's still kind of the same thing. You're sacrificing an action to keep the spell up, but then the animal acts on its own.
But you
It
get
has
more
its-
actions per action.
Yeah.
I heard you like actions, so I put some actions in your actions.
Okay, but have you considered you summon an animal that has innate spell summon animal?
Oh.
You get the
I don't
conga line
think-
going.
I don't think there are any animals with innate spell summon animal, but like could be funny.
But yeah, like you can have a look at the animals that you can summon under like the summon animal list. It's actually
Yeah.
a pretty extensive.
I do
But
believe
yeah,
I would have to
It literally
peruse.
shows every animal that you can summon at each
Yeah.
level.
it's not like the summon spells in 5th edition, which is total BS because you can literally summon anything. And Karhast ran into this problem with me because I had a ranger that could do that. And I kind of went, oh yeah, I want to summon like X number of this animal. And like, okay. He just put all the tokens on the map and it was horrible.
Don't summon everything.
But this is actually pretty clear cut. You can summon 1 up to whatever level that you're able to summon, and it actually gives you a concrete list of what you can summon. So this is what you can summon. So like
Oh.
everything up to level 2 is what you can summon. So yeah, you like black bear, crocodile, giant ant.
Cockroach swarm.
Yeah, the swarm. Then there's
I
like more
love
normal
swarms.
stuff.
Especially considering because like it needs to be an object just actually walking around with a bag of holding of fucking pebbles, toss it at someone, go, swarm be upon ye.
You can literally do that, yeah.
You can also literally go ape mode with a fucking monkey swarm.
Just be careful not
monkey.
to summon aquatic stuff on land because that won't end well.
I'm pretty sure it would just kind of flop there like a
It'd just
dying
flop
fish, because
around.
it is a dying fish.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh, I
Nah.
sank it.
Don't get a bag of holding so you can put all those rocks in there.
Me? I got rocks.
Oh look, there's slurks. DG remembers these.
I love terror bird. I know nothing about it, but it's a terror bird.
Oh yeah, you can also summon those cave fishers I sicked on you guys back in level 2.
Oh,
Oh,
a little blast from the past right there.
Yeah.
You can also just summon a pig.
Yep.
A regular ass boar. Nothing special about it. It's just a boar.
I don't know. It sounds a little boring.
Oh my god.
Can we kill this guy?
You can try.
Our funniest member. I can't.
Anyway, there you go. That's your new gift upgrade for you.
Why, thank you.
Clap, clap,
Oh,
clap, clap, clap.
interessante.
Yeah.
Now he has even more to brood over.
Brood
Wonderful.
over, yeah. Now, as for whether or not they're gonna come out like freakishly malformed, you don't know. You won't know until you use it.
Well,
Only one way to find out. Time to summon a pig.
Okie dokie, what are you guys doing now? Who wants to go next?
Ash is coming back downstairs after crying. I mean, not crying.
Not crying, you're crying.
You're crying.
Actually, I want to do something real quick. DG, roll me a flat DC 15 check, please.
Oh.
Just a flat roll. It's a D20. Roll me a D20. The DC's 15. So,
Oh no.
Doc, considering the compounds you're working with, it's a little tricky and volatile and a little bit dangerous, and let's see. You are poisoned right now. You mixed something with something that you probably shouldn't have and created a really caustic cloud that explodes in your face, and you are poisoned.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Beep boop.
The car's outside in the parking lot, or in the driveway, right?
Yeah, it's in
It
the
is.
driveway.
Okay, thank God. Be getting your chemicals all over that thing.
Well, I don't know if poisoned is a status effect. Hang on.
I think
I don't know.
sickened.
I think it's a sickened, yeah. I'll just give you the sickened condition right now.
There's no save.
Oh, actually, you know what? Make me a fortitude save first.
Does this technically count as a disease?
Technically, it's more of like poisoned, not a disease.
Oh, I can't use my flesh sword abilities then.
Unfortunately.
Damn.
Then you ball it
Wait,
up and just
does
throw
it
it
does
out.
it specify disease, not poison?
Let me look.
Because it seems like you should be able to use that for poisons.
I feel like most things that affect disease also affect poisons.
Yeah, if it doesn't say that you can use it on poisons, I will let you use it on poison.
Your manufactured body is durable. You don't eat and you can't starve. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to saving throws against diseases.
I'll let you use that against poisons as well. Because
Okay.
it makes sense to me. So yeah, go ahead and make use of it.
Okay. Fortitude. Add that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, you definitely make it. So, yeah, you take a blast of caustic chemicals to the face, but considering your strange biology and the fact that you've worked with this kind of stuff a lot before, so you're used to it, you're fine. You shrug it off. It's an awful smell, and it's not pleasant, but you're fine. You don't get sick from it. You're fine. You're good.
Wait. This is clearly not the way to do it.
Mate looks up at Doc, somehow concerned in the LEDs. There's a way
no.
to show it with like a emote, but I can't think of the verbal description of it.
You see Trey glance over your shoulder at whatever you're doing, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said you're experienced in this kind of work.
I am. This is part of research.
I'd ask how you're not dead yet, but you're kind of fucked up to begin with, so I don't think I need to ask.
Yeah. What is today, by the way, Phoe?
It's the 10th,
In-
10th of Redfall. Oh,
Like
in
a
terms
Friday?
of like, hang on. I think it's a fire day, yeah, so it's the end of the week.
Okay.
Oh no,
Guessing
wait.
Myiari
it's-
wouldn't
no,
be off
no,
yet.
No. It's No, it would be the equivalent of Saturday, so yeah, she's off today.
Hmm.
So it is her day off.
I'm tempted to call her over. Just to see what I'm doing. Just
I mean, you can if you want to.
his original plan was to like kind of hand off this research to her to kind of take care of the glitter problem in the city. So I guess he would do that.
Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and message her, and what do you tell her in the message?
He tells her that he might need her alchemy experience with a little project he's working on.
You don't tell her what he's working on.
It involves what we talked about that one time. He doesn't outright mention it.
So you get a message back asking where you'd like her to meet you.
At the safe house.
Alright. So it'll take her like 20 minutes or so to get there. But yeah, no, she's on her way.
And I guess he's gonna try cleaning up and opening the back door to ventilate, not the garage door.
Second, I just need it.
Poisoner, go to the backyard and kill all those plants.
No, it'll go up into the sky. That's how it works, right?
There's windows. It's a garage. So you can just open
Yeah, he opens the windows in the back door.
Mate turns on fans, like his own fans.
Yes.
Get the place ventilated a little. Who's in the backyard right now?
Just Tyrion, I guess.
Tyrion and
I don't know if he's back there actually or not.
Yeah, no, he's like over here. Yeah, while you're doing that, Doc, you see Tyrion poke his head out from around the corner, just staring at you. Strangely.
He's like, nothing to worry about.
He doesn't say anything, he just squints in your direction. Okay, I'm not gonna ask. You do whatever you want. Just try not to blow anything up. And he goes back to whatever he's doing.
No damaging explosive. All good.
What's that? Explode?
Fergus pained by mate whenever the explosion is mentioned.
Explode? And mate primes himself to explode.
Wait, no, don't do that.
4, 3, 2,
Stop.
Explosion deactivated.
Earnest plea detected.
Earnest plea detected. Countdown deactivated. Yeah,
I do not want to pay for house damages.
Do not use the E word in front of mates. It is a trigger word.
He's like a dog hearing walk.
Like, okay, the way I imagine it, Croux kind of handles mate like a Pokemon trainer. It's like, mate, use explode! Like,
command word, yes.
Yeah, because mate is practically like a Voltorb or an Electrode in terms of Pokemon.
More Voltorb right now. Electrode
More
soon, though.
Voltorb.
Yeah, he's still early, you know. He's still early in his evolutionary cycle.
Alright, so, Doc, about like 20 or 30 minutes later, you see Myiari. Actually, no, you don't see Myiari. She actually texts you and you get a message, oh, where can I find you? I'm out front.
Does Golden Boy see her approaching?
Oh yeah, he would. And like he'll stop her. Blech, sorry. He'll stop her like halfway, and they have a discussion. You don't hear it because you're in the garage and the garage door is closed. But after a couple of minutes, she wanders into the house, and yeah, goes looking for you in the garage.
Yeah, he's in the garage.
And I'll just pop her in here.
And yeah, she sees a scene.
She walks in, notices the weird smell, and disheveled, I guess, workspace. What have you been up to this entire time?
Well, I want to try my hand.
It looks like a mess in here. What's that
Yeah.
smell?
Maybe reacted glitter.
It's what? You see her cover her face immediately, looking
Look.
for like a ventilation mask or something in her gear, and immediately shoves it onto her face.
Yeah,
you know
that's
how
the
dangerous
situation.
that stuff is, right? And you're just breathing it in like that?
It doesn't bother me that much.
She
He's
stares
built
at you,
different.
and she goes,
Anyways,
"Oh, right, I forgot your physiology is different. I forgot about that."
yeah. Anyways, I've called you over here because I'm not particularly good at this alchemy thing, and I've gotten my hand on the special glitter, the one that's been wreaking havoc in the city. And I thought I'd try and do some research while I'm free to neutralize it. And I was hoping I could get your help with that.
She glances at the workspace behind you and stares at you pointedly. Well, for one thing, it's no wonder why you weren't able to get anywhere. You're not doing this in a proper alchemy lab.
Yeah, that might be a good reason of why.
What happened to the equipment I left here?
What did happen to that equipment?
Who has it?
Croux just been using it. You've never asked for it, so he never gave it because he doesn't know you're doing this.
Yeah. He was using it at the time with Mr. Croux over there.
Well, if
It didn't seem that hard an idea.
Well, if you have the equipment, maybe you should actually make use of it? She doesn't really sound all that condescending. It sounds more teasing than anything else. Just kind of shaking her head, and her expression is like, how can you be so smart and so dumb at the same time?
I'm just used to how I did it with back when I had like no resources at all. I'm not used to suddenly having resources.
Okay, fine. Where is that other alchemy lab? If can't access it right now, we can use the one that I have in my truck. Ow! Why are you throwing shit at me? I will throw stuff back. Sorry, my husband is messing with me right now.
Okay.
Ow, what was that? Felt hard. Oh, it's a cork. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so are you gonna use the alchemy lab that Croux got, or are you gonna make her grab hers?
Actually, this is a good time to check on Croux. I haven't checked on him like in many hours.
So, describe to me what the workspace looks like right now. How clean or messy is it? Are things haphazard? Are you exercising proper like hazardous material safety?
He has like, I guess how I describe it is that he has like everything kind of covered with sheets and actually making sure it's not really messy and just using like whatever bottles he had at his disposal. If that makes sense.
You don't even have a fan set up in here. How do you even manage? And you hear her
Nate
grumbling.
turns on his ventilators again.
I have this little guy. He's technically a fan.
Just you see her looking very, very frustrated right now, seemingly incensed at your how do I phrase it, lack of care in your chemical setup, your chemistry setup. I don't care, just go get the equipment, I'll take care of things here. And you see her shuffle past you, shove you aside, and start actually she puts on some gloves and starts actually properly storing and arranging the chemicals so they're not just like covered.
Alright, I'll go get them.
I don't know why. There was a part in the back of my mind that's just like they're labeled by taste.
Oh god.
This one's a little bitter. This one's sour.
This one tastes like blueberries.
This one kind of tastes like almonds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Considering like Doc is kind of weird and eccentric, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually did label stuff like that. It's like, oh, this tastes burny, this is spicy, this is kind of icy hot.
This one would work great as an ice pack.
This one knows my mouth.
Anyways, Doc, I guess, approaches a weird-looking workshop in the middle of the backyard.
Yeah, it hasn't had time to get messy yet. But somehow Croux is, yeah, I'd say that, yeah, Crew's just like still kind of looking over. He is, despite how he looks, he is very careful about his work. So he's still looking at it like very finely, making sure that there's like, no like scuff marks or anything on the gun.
And then you see Doc bursting like, Croux.
Jesus Christ. He like nearly drops it, starts stumbling to like pick up the gun. Can you knock?
Oh,
Please?
sorry.
Thank you.
Anyways, nice space you got.
Oh, it's Tyrion's. He's loaning it to me for the time being.
Gotcha. Anyways, can I please have that alchemy kit you possibly have?
Right. Yeah, sure. Why?
I got in a little bit of a mess. Trying to create a cure for the glitter stuff.
You were trying to do that without any tools?
I have tools, just probably not the proper ones.
Croux like raises a finger and then just sort of drops it, like different levels. But like he's also just had to like buy or work in less than legal conditions for his own stuff. That makes you do know you could have just asked, right? Like
I thought you were using it at the time.
you could have checked. Worst case scenario is just, yeah, sorry, another time.
Yeah,
Like-
look. hmm
Go on.
I don't need to be yelled at by Myiari anymore, so, I just need it. Please.
Alright. And let me just... Oh, speaking of which, speaking of giving you things, here, as he, hands over the gun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's already done?
Yeah, yeah. Should be, no louder than, than your bow, really. Maybe just a slight... But... should work for your, purposes.
Hmm. Looks fairly nice.
It's yeah. You can tell that Croux, despite his lack of money and seemingly lack of let's say ability, he put a lot of work into the gun. It's like it like feels good in the hand. The grip is like the grip is just surprisingly good for your hand. Like it wasn't like fully custom made, but like they're like it was lengthened and or shortened somewhat to fit better.
I really like this. Thank you.
I was trying to think of a way to incorporate some of the elemental crystals into it, but that would have taken a bit longer. And Croux looks outside, sees what's the time again?
It is about three, almost 4. Hang on, what is? Almost 5 now.
Alright.
5 p.m. So
Yeah.
the sun's beginning to set.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked to work on it a bit more, but don't really have the time, and I'd rather have that be in use. Oh, right, the lab. Here. Croux starts, because he shoved the alchemy lab really quickly into his bag of holding, so he's just gonna like. It'd probably be easier to just set it up at the where you're working, rather than carry it. It is a lab, lots of fragile stuff, and not that easy to carry.
Alright, well, I guess you can come with me then. Please don't judge me too harshly.
I'll be honest, I've probably seen worse. Some of my dorm mates at the time, they did. I don't think they know what a shower is. Or I don't think they know what water is even, considering. Okay. Croux just immediately goes to cover his mouth. Just like,
Oh yeah,
as
you might
they
need a
walk
mask.
in. Yeah, I can hell. Fucking hell. Starts rooting around for the ventilation mask that we got in the lab.
Yeah, so, Croux, as you walk into the garage, aside from being assaulted by the very, very powerful chemical smell, whatever it is, you immediately notice the workspace over here that Myiari is, very vigorously tidying up and making proper. You noticed several hazardous material safety violations immediately.
Croux gonna quickly look over to the dog. Is he even wearing gloves?
He is.
He's wearing
Okay.
gloves, but they're not like the they're not like the
Yeah.
lab gloves kind. They're just like the normal leather gloves.
And I'm also gonna, I'm gonna assume a safe assumption here. No safety goggles either.
He's got the glasses on, actually.
Uh,
But not
I
no
mean,
safety
I mean,
goggles.
they're like regular glass. They're regular glasses though.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, weirdly enough, when I used to take chemistry in university, they actually said that just normal glasses are okay in place of the safety goggles, but like they recommended that you doubled up anyway. And
Really?
me being a glasses wearer, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna double these up. I don't want to go blind.
I would imagine that I'd imagine that you would want to double up, considering safety goggles are all around the face, or like completely cover the eye, rather than just like, okay, if it goes from this specific direction, you'll be fine. If it goes slightly differently, good luck.
Yeah. You kind of want to wear the goggles when you're dealing with stuff like acids.
Yeah. Yeah, Crew's just immediately like suiting up for like putting on the alchemist goggles that Myiari gave him, like adjusting his gloves, kind of. Yeah, putting on the mask.
You already see
Doc,
Myiari, who's goggled up and masked up, the ventilation mask, just handling the chemicals with absolute care.
Question, actually, above table. Would DG, does Croux know that Doc used to work above, like... Wait, no, he didn't. He lived there. Never mind, he doesn't work there. I was gonna ask if Croux knew that DG worked that Doc worked above a vet, but no, that's where he lived, not worked. My bad. Where did Doc used to work, actually?
So I can actually take over here explaining, but like DG knows this too. Yeah, Doc actually did used to work for the vet, very, very early on, and this is also how Doc has access to poisons. And yeah, that's how he started his medical practices, air quotes. Cause
he basically got what he could work with at time.
Yeah.
I always assumed that.
Yeah, you know how in some movies and stuff, mob doctors are also like veterinarians, or like veterinarians moonlight as mob doctors or something like that.
I have never heard of that, but I've never seen a mob movie.
Well, like, if you're a sketchy doctor, you're getting your chemicals from like a veterinarian or something.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because, like, it's all chemicals. They're all going to affect the body the same, except for the ones that don't.
The same chemicals that they use in the vet's office can be used in people. Or medicines for people can also be used on pets.
Something horse vitamins.
Yeah. Technically, they say you're not supposed to, but there's some stuff that you actually can. It's just for animals, you need a lot smaller doses.
Or a lot bigger doses, depending on the animal.
Yeah. Or a lot bigger doses depending on the animal, yeah.
I repeat, something horse pills. Doc, I knew that you kind of had I assumed that you didn't have the dash like set up, like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm still alive.
This is just negligence at this point. What do you even think you're doing?
Why is this one just labeled brown? What does that mean?
Look, I'll admit I'm not the best at chemistry.
Alright, yeah, Crew's gonna start rooting around the bag holding and pulls out the alchemy lab.
Myiari will wander over to you and start taking the alchemy stuff from you. And then arranging them on the workbench over here. All proper, proper chemistry setup. And proper ventilation.
Right. Once ventilation gets set up, Crew's just gonna be like, get down on a knee to look at mate. You can rest now, buddy, thank you. Beep boop. ventilate as he turns off his fans.
Oh, by the way, Croux, I mean to ask.
Hmm?
Why do you give mate the trigger word to explode?
I mean, you've seen how much that can help.
Yeah, but I said it casually. He was about to do it in here.
Fate is already on 3 because you said.
Wait, no, just don't explode. No, do not explode.
Do not.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess I could have thought that through a bit better, couldn't I have? Oh well.
Yeah.
Let's focus on this for now.
Yeah. Let's just not use that word. Anyways.
Do not use the E word in front of the exploding robot.
Explosion detected. It really is just like giving mate a TREAT before he EXPLOEDES.
You know he knows how to spell, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that trick probably wouldn't work because like
Explode
not just-
detected.
yeah, that trick probably wouldn't work because he's not really hearing the words. It's probably like speech to text kind of, so the spelling of it would still be, yeah. Huh.
Explosion detection. Keywords.
Synonym for explosion detected. Boom. Combust.
Croux, you should probably take this as a sign to reprogram the explosion commands. Because that would be
Well,
bad.
We can worry about that later.
That's a problem for future us.
That's a problem for future us, yeah.
Well, it's a problem for future, it's technically a problem for future whoever's near mate. It might not be a problem for all of us. Could just be out in the middle of a patch of grass, you know? Mate needs his exposure time. Enrichment time, that's the word. Mate needs his, enrichment.
Alright then.
Alright. Not character. You said that you were working on an antidote to what?
The special strain of glitter been going around the city.
What check would it be to recall knowledge glitter? Because I'm not sure if Croux would know it.
Let me see what you've got here.
I have society and medicine, which I feel like are the two that would make sense.
I feel like society would probably be the more appropriate check here, because this is more of a social thing.
Yeah.
Crit.
Oh, that is a crit success. Okay. So, okay. Croux being, you know, like a recent, like a recent college graduate, even though you went to a really prestigious university for robotics.
If anything, that would mean that there'd
college.
be more people. If anything, yeah, there'd mean that there's more people doing it because they need to get de-stressed.
Yeah, you know, work hard, play hard, right? So, you know, some of the students who work hard play even harder and do drugs and parties and stuff. So you've heard of the drug glitter because being across the channel from Sheridan, Stahlberg, especially Tinkerton, being kind of somewhat close to the coast, the drug has made its way across the channel. So you've not really seen it personally, but you've heard of it. You've known of people who've done it at your university while you were still attending school. And it didn't really do the same things that other drugs did. It didn't really help with attention or focus. It was mainly just fun. It was purely recreational, aside from the errants who use it to heighten their elemental abilities or capabilities, or give them capabilities that they didn't have previously. So It wasn't a study drug. It was more of a thrill or combat thing. And ultimately it was mostly harmless, but still kind of addictive. But the elemental overloads that tended to happen when people kind of weren't able to physically take it anymore, the elemental surges did a number on people. Wasn't lethal, but could be debilitating. And Doc has samples of every single type on the table right there, right now. And you recognize it.
Except it looks a bit different.
Yeah, except it looks a bit different. It's in
Low gen form.
Yeah, it's in like, it looks like a candy almost rather than a powder. Yeah.
I always thought that was one of the less dangerous ones.
Piece of candy.
Why do you have cough drops on there?
Those are not cough drops, that's the actual drug.
What? Only ever kind of saw it in baggies. I always thought it was a bit powdery.
Yeah, it used to be, but this is new on the market apparently. And our good old pal and buddy Quint is circulating it.
Yeah, that would explain it. That explains it, yeah.
So I kind of wanted to do a little side project and see if I can neutralize the reaction with what I had. Clearly it did not turn out well. And now I've been properly yelled at.
Well, why wouldn't I yell at you when you don't have a proper setup? You could have blown this whole garage up.
Yeah, I get it. I was actually already planning to call you earlier because I kind of want to pass all this potential research and stuff onto you and see if you can probably get a little further with this than me. Since it's starting to become a rampant problem.
You see her squint at you past her mask and goggles. It's hard to see because like the goggles are a little bulky on her face and they're not really opaque, but like they're tinted. So it's hard to see what her expression is behind them. But she's quiet for a couple of seconds, stares at you and slumps her shoulders and sighs.
Fine, okay, I'll take whatever research you've accumulated until now and take over if you want me to, but you know I can't take this back to my base, right? I imagine me getting caught with illicit substances, even for testing or research purposes.
I don't know how all this drug stuff works when it comes to like actually finding cures. To be perfectly honest.
To be perfectly honest, neither do I. Because there's a whole research subsystem as of Outlaws of Alkenstar, but it is a pain to work through. So you can just shove it all off onto Myiari and she'll handle it.
Is what I'm kind of thinking is like probably progress a little bit more of it here since we have the alchemy lab. And like I was trying to think how it works in real life of how they do find cures for like drugs and stuff, or like how they research it without it being illegal.
I mean, I think it's literally just like university/government work where they are legal, where they like get like a permit or something to legally produce and as such find out how to counteract the drug.
Cause what was it? It's like that for stuff like, you know, ecstasy or whatever, where it's illegal, you can't procure it, but yeah, research universities or laboratories can get special government permissions to research the stuff to find treatments or counter agents, things like that. And then there's also like similar compounds. So there's probably the way it works in real life, I think, is that there's a lot of existing drugs that are legal but restricted that are similar enough that you can create antidotes for. That's usually how it works, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I am not.
I mean,
I
I
am
feel
not
like
well-versed
that
chemistry.
sounds like it makes sense.
It sounds like it makes sense, so I'm just gonna assume that's how it works.
I mean, yeah, like a lot of drugs are just kind of like worked off of other drugs, so like, or not a lot, but like a fair few of them, so it makes sense, especially in this scenario. Like, for lack of like a better word, this seems like a crack versus cocaine kind of thing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You can probably get started on work trying to set to work analyzing the compounds. That's something you can do like right here, right now. Myiari's probably got the equipment to test the stuff.
Yeah.
At least, you know, cursory testing to see what it's made of. But for more detailed chemical breakdowns, she'd have to take it back with her, because she doesn't have the equipment to do that off-site, and it would take a bit. It would take like a couple of days.
Yeah, proper analysis is probably like all that's needed right now.
Yeah, like proper analysis, that would take her like maybe a day. She'd have to take that back with her to like properly analyze. So,
But therein lies the problem. She'd have to take it back with her.
Yeah, so like right now, the best that she can do is like on the spot testing, like how they do at customs or airports, like the little, I don't know if you've ever seen like the border shows, how they test for drugs and stuff. Like they can test for the presence of certain compounds, but the exact makeup they can't actually analyze. They have to send it off to a lab.
Okay.
Yeah. So she can do that kind of cursory testing, but for a more detailed breakdown for coming up with antidotes and stuff, no, she'd have to have access to different equipment, which she doesn't have with her. So yeah, she can do it, just not a lot of it right here, and the process of producing any kind of antidote would take a bit longer. So this isn't a solution that you'll be able to come up with in a single day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I probably have more questions about this, but I can do all that after session.
Alright.
Yeah.
Drug talk.
For now, let's just get through what I can
to
do.
our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game, where we talk about the creation and subsequent antidote creation of illegal substances.
Yes, totally. This is very family-friendly content.
Yeah, it's just
I hope that the
Bad.
advertisers are loving this.
We got some Breaking Bad going on here. Instead of cooking up meth, we're cooking up magical drugs.
Nope.
All
For a
same
good
to me.
purpose.
You think it'd be something as simple like just using the opposite element, but you tested that out, right?
I can't really hear you well for it with your mouth like that.
Yeah. Sorry, I have it. It's for the immersion.
I know.
Yeah. You think it'd be something simple like just using the opposite element, but you tested that out already, probably.
Yeah, and well, things explode.
This is a bit of a long shot. Would the research happen to be mainly numerical and/or mathematical?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, off. No.
Off. No exploding.
God.
Pick him up and move him out the door for
Yeah.
now.
Mate, would you mind would you mind keeping Cumaenos company? He looked a bit lonely.
Don't you use me? What the fuck?
Appropriate excuse to get roommate, yes.
And comes rolling in.
Come rolling
Just
in
like
like
a fucking hamster ball.
Autobots roll out literally.
Yeah,
beep boop.
yeah, Cumaenos. Completely randomly, you see Mate come rolling through the guard, barrels past Tyrion, who actually has to dodge out of the way to avoid getting hit, and Mate comes to a stop, bumping into your legs, and
He
stares up at you
barely-
expectantly.
Not bumping in, but like, you know, those spikes are really good at stopping momentum.
He
That's
seems
why
to
they're there.
He seems to barely even notice at the current moment.
Oh yeah, now you have a robot keeping you company now. Staring awkwardly.
And he's staring awkwardly at the water. I stare at you. You stare at them.
The water stares back.
Anyway. Still dealing with stuff up here.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm assuming that it's gonna be no, but is the research like mainly mathematical and/or numerical?
I
I'm
would
asking
say
for the eye for numbers.
I would say yeah, because chemistry is a lot of math and numbers. Which is why I did so poorly in chemistry too.
That's why I loved chemistry.
Molecular biology, chemistry, physics. I did poorly in all of those.
I'm assuming that with the setup and everything, it may be neatly arranged, but like the research is sort of placed haphazardly.
I mean, like, Doc actually does do research. He has notes and stuff and like all that. It's just the setup itself is kind of not that good.
But is it like placed out? Like, can it be seen from like?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I'd
Crew's
say
just
so.
like, while talking, is just gonna keep like glancing over at the research, just like you know, and then at some point, just like while Myiari is talking to Doc, Crew's just gonna completely lose focus on the conversation, start looking at the research, because ooh, numbers. Wonder what it says here. As I'm going to try to decipher writing, and if like, and in that deciphering, like maybe see just like any small like hard to notice mistakes that like a small number change that would like fuck up the whole thing, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, you can do that. I think I have the numbers like a roll that you have to make.
I would be rolling I'd be rolling to decipher writing, which I believe is a
society. Yeah.
It's Arcana for magic or science, esoteric occultism for
okay.
esoteric texts about mysteries and philosophy, religion for scripture, and society for coded messages or archaic documents.
That's funny that they use Arcana for science stuff.
I mean,
so, it makes
it
sense.
kind
but
of
it's
makes
funny.
sense because like with like wizards existing.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's for more scholarly things, so you know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana, please. I mean, this is like Doc's stuff, so hang on, let me see what his DCs are.
Here, use my DCs for this check.
Bad handwriting.
His bad, yeah, like, you know, doctors have notoriously bad handwriting.
If if you want it to be a series of checks, like Arcana's to like read what it says, but like society to actually be able to read the words. Arcana to understand and society to actually
Okay,
read.
okay, yeah, you know what? Let's do this as a series of checks. So,
Alright.
Doc's writing is messy. You don't know where he learns to write or like what his style is. It's just messy and all over the place. So,
Just like real life.
I'm assuming no eye for numbers to try to decipher the
So
numerical. Oh,
I
it's
will
the type of
have you-
numerical writing.
I'll still allow you to use society to decipher writing. So go ahead and roll a society check. I'm not gonna use any of Doc's DCs. I'm just gonna use just my own DC levels. So I'll decide on whether or not yeah. So I have.
Would I
have
get
DC.
the eye for numbers bonus?
I'll let you use the eye for number. So the DC will be, I'll say 22, because Doc's writing's not that neat.
Hero
Oof.
point.
You could get a lot higher, yeah. Nice.
Much better.
Okay. So yeah, that's a success. All right. So yeah, you're actually able to figure out what the weird squiggles in Doc's notes are. He takes physical notes, not electronic notes like Croux does.
Out of 1 or a 7?
Yeah.
That's a 5? Oh.
You have no idea where Doc learned how to write in his shorthand, because I would imagine a lot of people of you know, various intellectual pursuits like scientific and stuff use shorthand for a lot of things. You managed to figure out what some of that stuff means. So it takes a bit, but it kind of hurts your brain to try and interpret. So yeah, you managed to figure out what the writing is supposed to sound like, or what it actually says. So you've got that down. So I'm going to need you to make another check. This will be Arcana. Since you've already got the decipher right, I will put the DC at 18.
And I still have the eye for numbers bonus?
Yep, eye for numbers you may use for this. Alright, that is not quite a crit success, but still very
Actually,
good.
you know what? Because of my thing making my hero points instead be advantage rolls, I cannot get worse than a success anymore. I'm going to burn another hero point.
If you like. Go
You know
for it.
what? Yes.
That is a crit success. Okay. Alright, so what was it you were trying to figure out with the decipher writing?
Basically, this was just like Croux getting wrapped up in looking through the notes, and it's just like partially trying to understand what it is, like Doc's procedure, and like in that finding out, trying to see like, oh, maybe he skipped like a small innocuous step, and like that could have fucked up the whole thing, or just like put a 7 where there was a 1, just like any of those like small mistakes are like hard to notice at the moment and completely ruin like the whole experiment.
Alrighty, okay, so...
Hard to notice, simple to make mistakes. Like
Alright.
that kind of stuff.
So, first thing you notice with Doc's notes, at least pertaining to whatever the heck he was doing, he's actually very methodical in his research process, or experimental process. And it's very quick trial and error, so, you know, he knows what he's doing. And just from the samples that you can see on the table, he has chipped away at some of it a little, to, you know, be able to figure out what he's working with. But you do notice that he's made one small error in his calculations, in that he's mixed up the ratios a little bit. He's not using enough compounds. So in the effort to preserve the samples that he's got, he's not using enough for testing. and in trying to find or develop an antidote. So he's not using enough. Yeah. And it's affected the results significantly.
Yeah. Crew's not like trying to hide his like looking through, like the sound of papers flipping can be heard. Just like, hey, wait a minute. Pulls out his like own phone, like pulls out a small like fucking like TI-84 that he has in his like his bag.
Nice.
Start doing calculations. So that looks that looks wrong. Doc, this is one-to-one what you've been doing, right?
As far as I know, yes.
Come take a look at this. I think you've been using the wrong amounts.
Really?
Yeah, you're not. It looks like you're not really using enough. It looks like you've it looks like I'm assuming because you don't want to use too much that you can keep doing the experiments, but because of that you're just not using enough, which is fucking up the whole thing, I think.
Well, I mean, then again, I kind of don't want to blow up the whole garage.
I mean, do I think that would I think from my looking that the explosion happened because of the incorrect ratio?
I'd say you'd be able to figure that. Yeah, you'd be able to determine that. The ratios aren't correct.
I think if you used a bit more, that explosion actually wouldn't have happened.
Really?
Yeah, look at the look. And Crew's gonna start like. Crew's actually gonna put his phone away and take out like a small like drawing pad basically to start like drawing like the charts and like the equations and all that to show like yeah see if it's like and then this and yeah, I think using more would instead do yeah. Crew does not know medicine, by the way. He passed with a B in chemistry.
Yeah,
Crew
doesn't know medicine.
Crew probably would have passed with like an A-. He's he's still smart. I throw corporeality oil at Trey and then deck him. Yeah, does that make sense, you think?
Kinda does, actually.
Myiari actually looks over to see your notes, Crew, and looks at Doc's notes. Oh, he's right.
Crew's
you're
notes
not using enough.
Yeah, Crew's notes are not much neater than Doc's.
Yeah, this is what I assume of very smart people. Their writing is not good. It's barely legible.
Nerds.
Think about something else.
But yeah, no, I think you two come to a consensus that while Doc was trying to be kind of conservative in the use of reagents, it's kind of mucked up the experimental procedure a little bit.
There's still plenty of time to try and redo it, though.
Hopefully you'll actually use the right fucking tools this time too.
Yes. Like, the chances of explosion will be very much less.
Crew starts looking around and then remembers that Beta's currently spending time with Uncle Cumaenos.
Spending time is a word you could use, I suppose.
It's not
Like
a word, it's two.
Like marginally. They are in the same place and not interfering with each other, which I guess could quantify spending time. The rabbit is nipping at my ankles. What are you doing? Hi.
He's
Please don't
spending
bite me.
time.
Please don't bite me.
Yeah, the rabbit's spending time with you.
Like
He
nudging
heard
my
of non-inter.
foot.
He heard of non-interference and decided no, and he decided to spend time interfering.
Yeah. They are occupying adjacent spaces and not interfering with each other.
True.
Not interacting, but not interfering.
We call that parallel play.
Parallel play, yeah.
Yeah. Does Yeah, that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. You only wanted me to come and help set up the lab. I should got a bit distracted. My bad.
It's fine. It actually helped a lot.
That's good to hear. Oh. How?
Alright, so well, now that you guys have got that stuff sorted out, what would you all like to do now? It is, what time is it? It is 1800, so it is 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yep.
We wanted
So-
to get to the train station at what time again? Midnight, was it?
Past midnight.
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
still a
that's
lot
when
of
the
time to
train-
do. There's still a lot of
Yeah.
time to do a lot of things.
Yo.
Ash will go back to Phoe's office.
What's Ash been doing all for all this chemistry explosion nonsense?
Oh, he probably was up, like, in his room for a good while before he.
His
came
room
down.
is above the garage.
Yeah.
It is!
Just
He's
got
unbothered.
earphones in, just not
Yeah.
paying attention.
He's got other things to think about.
Didn't notice the green smoke coming out of the window.
Nope.
Ash probably got high a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
like hotboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Just ever so slightly.
He feels calmer now.
It's a wonder you didn't die.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, what's Ash doing right now?
Going back to Phoe's office because she had to tell him something. We'll have a new letter in his hand.
Ooh.
She glances up from her computer. Flashes you a smile. Ah, you're back. So, I hope your sisters had good things to say.
They were, yeah, they're so-so.
Well, from what Regina tells me, they miss you every day. I know they'd love nothing more to see you, but with the situation as it is, that could be a while.
Yeah.
And your parents are doing well too. I had Regina check in on them. I know your sisters haven't told them. They're still in contact with you, and for the sake of safety, that's probably for the best. But I'll be happy to let you know that they still believe in your innocence. They haven't stopped trying to clear your name, but it's been difficult.
Kind of hard to prove it. You don't really have any evidence.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Here. So, she will open up one of her folders again on the desk and pull a file out. You remember what happened back in Arcadia, right? the circumstances that forced you to leave? Your cover was nearly blown. Someone got suspicious and started poking around.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not long after you left, our security footage and some of our scouts managed to find someone interesting skulking around. And she slides what looks like a photograph across the desk to you. And you recognize the person immediately. But they look a little different than they did when they were alive. And the person in the photograph is Mirabellus Wolfbane, one of your old comrades. And as she slides the photo to you, she watches your face very closely. She was spotted wandering around in the forest near the Rose Guard Guild Hall, my branch, for several weeks after you left. And I think she was looking for you. I think once you were spotted, somebody sent word to someone back in Caledon and sent her to clean up loose ends.
His face had some sort of happiness to it before from before that. What do you mean? That it was set up?
No, I think they never stopped looking for you. You're a loose end. And the people that were responsible for what happened to your teammates, they don't like loose ends. And after you've been in the wind for several years, the fact that you suddenly pop up, I don't think that's a chance they would have let go of. And what better way to take you out than with someone you know? And she takes the entire folder that's sitting on her desk and then slides it over to you. And the folder's unmarked, there's nothing on it.
Mm-hmm.
But she nods for you to look at it.
He'll start flipping through everything.
There are photos of all of your former teammates.
Are they all slightly altered? They look a bit different?
They're slightly altered and they look a bit different, and it's kind of obvious as to what they are. They are not alive anymore. At least it doesn't look that way from the photos. And what would this check be, actually? 1 second. Because I think you can identify what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? This would be an occult or religion check.
Mm-hmm. Occult. 27.
Holy shit, you made it. Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Ash, okay. In Caledon, especially the northern regions, undead and stories of the undead are pretty common. And there's one story about the undead that is especially prevalent, and you've heard it told over and over, especially in errant circles, of why you should be very, very careful when a powerful warrior dies in areas that are plagued with, yes, undeath. There are creatures known as grave knights that arise from the souls of powerful warriors, and you get the impression that that's what your friends have become. But it's not supposed to be a common occurrence. It's very rare. And while you're going through the file, Lady Sinclair will lean back in her seat, staring at you grimly. Those photos are recent, as far back as 3 or 4 weeks ago. Most of them are from Caledon. I don't think they ever left. From what Regina tells me, there's a facility up north that specializes in the creation of undead. And from what I hear, they ship them out to various places to serve as cannon fodder, I guess, for various purposes. Those 4, aside from Mirabellis, as far as I know, they're still up in Caledon. As for where she is, I don't know. But if you've popped up on the radar again, I'm sure she won't be very far. So be careful.
Sort of just hangs his head.
I debated for a long time about whether or not to tell you, or even how to tell you, as this news is... it's not easy to deal with. I know you lost them once, a long time ago, and I know it can't be easy to know that they're in this state, but it only felt right to let you know. That way you can figure out what you want to do about it, if you want to do anything about it.
I think you would prefer them dead than undead.
Well, what would you like to do?
I think I want to save them this time.
She leans back in her chair, and folds her hands beneath her chin, and she stares back at you. Save them how? Undeath is a strange thing. It's not taboo in some places in the world, but it's a forbidden practice in most places, more than not. I don't know how you could save them, and I've been at this a long time. But I want to hear your thoughts about it.
First would be, you know, taking down that facility. I'm assuming they see me in a bad light.
Maybe, I don't know. As far as I know, our scouts haven't interacted with them, so I don't know how they might see you. But it probably wouldn't be favorable. You did run, and maybe
I had no choice.
I know, but they might not see it that way. Maybe whatever they were told when they were turned into what they are, they were convinced that you abandoned them. You have a lot of options, but I don't think any of them will be easy for you to stomach. You know what the standard procedure is for most undead. Extermination.
No. In any case, they're still my friends.
Steps out of her chair and rounds the desk towards you. Stand in front of you. Listen, okay? You don't have to make this decision right away. These reports are still recent, and as far as I know, most of them are still up north. There's still time, and you don't have to make this decision by yourself. And you don't have to make the decision by yourself. You want, if it's too much for you to handle, you can just hand the problem off and we'll let Regina deal with it or someone else. And you don't have to worry about losing your teammates a second time.
I'll think on it.
Take your time. It's a lot to think about. It's not an easy decision. But you know where they are, you know what's happened to them. And I think that's probably better than nothing. At least you have some answers now. But the idea of having to kill a friend, even if they are undead, isn't easy for anyone. And I think I know that better than anyone else. So, take your time. That file's not going anywhere. And, she moves to head towards the door, and as she does, she pauses and gives your shoulder a squeeze, and gives you a look of encouragement. Try not to worry about it for now. You have time. Try not to look too upset for a little. Don't worry about it.
This is my face.
I know, but
He says,
you know,
he's gonna say that playfully, but he's still upset.
well, I'm sorry for being the bearer of bad news, but it's something, and I know it's something you've been searching for a long time. But at least we both have answers now. Not complete ones, but some.
Thank you for sharing with me.
Well, I'll be here to help you through things no matter what happens. So, if you need any advice or otherwise, just let me know. I'll do whatever I can. Going in the office.
And he'll just look over one person over in particular while he's looking through the pictures.
And she'll shut the door behind her, actually. And then she goes outside.
Big cry.
Big cry.
Ash cry.
No,
Ash
just a
cry
few
lot.
tears.
Hey, who else is doing stuff or wants to do stuff? It is evening now.
I'm still sitting in the yard.
You're still sitting in the yard in the dark.
The sun baking.
Yep.
Yeah. I think by the time it does reach evening, I think maybe the experiment will wrap up by now.
Alright, so yeah, you all in the garage. After a long afternoon of analyzing compounds, you do manage to figure out the chemical composition of the drugs you're analyzing. So yeah, successful. But if you want a more detailed chemical breakdown, Myiari will probably have to take some samples back with her to a more proper lab setting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what would you like me to do with all of this? And she waves her hand to the workbench that you've set up as like an alchemy station.
Like the whole bench or like the actual research stuff?
The actual research, of course. I'm not taking the whole bench back with me.
Okay. Yeah, you could. I'll let you have the research, but I'm just concerned about, the legal procedures when it comes to taking the actual stuff back to our lab.
Sorry, 1 second. My rabbit is misbehaving. I need to punish him. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey, put
Oh, no.
that back!
Bun punishment.
Punishment, even.
Punishment.
You are banished.
Very punished.
Sorry, Bunny was misbehaving. He was pulling stuff off of something he wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
I'm back, okay.
Welcome back.
Okay. Alright, so you're asking her in regards to like legal procedures and stuff?
Just how legal it is to possibly take all this back to a lab to get it, like, actually,
Well,
get, compound ready to neutralize it.
The proper procedure would be to send in applications to study this and analyze it, because this is an illegal substance, remember. I'm not even supposed to have this in my possession. Neither are you, for that matter. And getting the proper permits and licensing, that could take weeks or months.
I just realized I was muted the whole time. I was making jokes.
Oh,
It'd be like that sometimes.
And Myiari folds her arms over her chest. In the past, if wanted to make a compound or do testing that needed to be done urgently, people would often test it on themselves and bypass proper established research protocol, and if things were successful, they could just get it produced. But it's we're not in those times right now. We'd be taking a very large risk if we were to just research this by ourselves.
So you're saying you need an application to do this from a government official?
Yes.
There might be something I can do about that.
Okay. I don't like the way you said that, because whenever you say things like that, it leads to things that are bad.
Yeah, I know. Anyways,
You're not even going to deny it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to it by now.
How are you so smart and so stupid at the same time?
It's
Speaking of stupidity, how did you even get this?
Oh, right. I didn't explain that either.
Yes, that's been bothering me all afternoon too. How did you come by these?
Well, I've gotten to know a government official lately. Or at least a Fed who has been dealing with the situations around the city. And it's really hard to explain, but yeah. I managed to procure it through avenues.
You're being very cryptic, and I'm not sure I like that. But
Yes.
considering everything I've gone through lately with all of you, I you see her sigh and not quite facepalm, just like drag her hand over her face. I think it's better not to ask questions at this point, because I don't think I want to know.
There's a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that confirms that. I don't want to know either.
Just, yes, don't tell me. That way I can have at least some plausible deniability.
Gotcha.
If I take these back with me, I'm going to have to give my lab a thorough cleaning.
Well, yeah. We could probably wait on this if you. Because I got something I can pull out if I need to get this more thoroughly examined.
She starts picking up all the research and stuffing it into her bag. Just so you know, if I go down for this, I am throwing you under the bus. Okay? Seems fair?
Sure. Yes. Seems very much fair.
Good. Okay. I'm sticking my neck out for you, and if I go down for this, I'm taking you with me.
Very plausible.
Because I'm in this situation because of you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just want to help out as best as I can.
She seems to be threatening you, but she doesn't even really seem all that mad. She's just making a fuss for the sake of making a fuss.
Doc's used to it at this point. It's happened so many times now.
Crew is scared.
Crew is spared.
Mom and Dad are fighting. Please stop. I'll still make the proper applications for the permits, but I don't know how long that'll take. But no, I'll do my best.
I'll update you on something later.
So, am I just leaving these substances with you then, or am I taking them back with me?
You can take the research, but just don't take the substances yet.
Alright, just be sure to keep them properly secured. Even a small amount in somebody's system could be a little very harmful, actually. So make sure no one accidentally eats it. It's not candy.
I can tell. I've already gotten a face full of it.
Blank stare.
In the smoke way, not the eating way.
Still stares.
It was an accident.
You took a face full of that and you're still fine. How?
Yeah.
He's fucked up. I know that this is known, but it just needs to be said. He is fucked up.
Yes, I don't need to be told that. I'm already quite aware. Anyway, walking away now, and she scoops up the rest of the research and starts, like, leaving.
Goodbye. Thank you for your help.
Good luck.
She just waves goodbye and then leaves. Better to not ask questions.
So, yeah, Crew's just muttering to himself, just how the fuck is he?
A thing that's still alive.
Yeah. Tyrion's just been standing here watching for the 6 hours.
Oh no,
It makes
I'm
me
sure
pause.
he's been doing stuff. It's just I haven't bothered moving him. He's probably inside at this point, like in the library doing Tyrion things.
Well, it was an eventful day. Walks in on Ash, I guess.
He has a 1,000-yard stare at the TV. It's not like he's actually watching it.
1,000-yard stare.
Mm-hmm.
How's your day been? Consider you've been gone this morning.
Huh? Did you say something?
I said, how's your day been since you've been gone this morning?
It's not very eventful.
Not very eventful?
No.
Huh. Well, I've certainly had an eventful day. Especially after some talks with your boss.
And how did that go?
It went fine. Just got a lot of info.
Well,
You probably know what kind of info,
I'm sure I do.
so I don't need to really explain it.
It sounds like you want to explain it.
Makes vague comments, refuses to elaborate.
Yes, indeed.
Or are you going to explain it regardless of my answer?
Well, there's more important things to do today.
About?
Because remember, we're going out.
Yeah. Where are we heading?
Well, there's the train station, but there's another stop I kind of want to make before we go there.
Where to?
Well, I was thinking we could pull a few more resources to help with this investigation. And you remember those ladies we met at the graveyard?
The blondie and the one with the violin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking about finding them and possibly getting their assistance. It'd be a way bigger help considering all the stuff that we've been facing.
You might want to keep information limited.
Yeah, but if we can at least get some preventative measures with all that, I'd be happy enough. Being forced to dance by magic is not comfortable. And it's probably gonna get worse from here on out.
Yeah. Well, I do like the suggestion. I would just say,
It's on the way.
keep everything down low.
Yeah, we'll keep everything down low. Just I at least want to find them before we go tonight. See if we can get that situated. Yeah, this hour they'd either be like at the tavern or at the nightclub.
Actually, you can roll a society check to figure out where they'd more likely be.
Society!
Society.
Society! 19.
You mean thing we live in?
We live in a society.
Okay, so 19.
I still gotta roll. My buttons are messing with me. Another
You
19.
both rolled exactly the same. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so I'll give both of you kind of essentially the same answer, but slightly different information. Okay, so, I'll do Ash first. Alright, so Ash, while you were out earlier, you actually saw, the ladies, whose team you know as the Sirens.
Siren.
Yeah, Team Siren. They were out, doing some dueling as well. You didn't get a chance to fight any of them, because, you were busy and they were busy. And you happen to know that their most popular hangout is, the Mirage Nightclub. And over the past week or so, they have been doing a couple of duels actually at the club because what was it? They do fight nights on fire days.
Let's go!
Yeah. But the club kind of has a reputation of adding additional how do I put it? Because of where the duels happen, the nightclub actually imposes some extra special conditions. On
Extra
any
stakes.
Yeah, extra stakes and extra conditions on any duels that happen there. But they do happen. And
Sports betting?
like betting, but also like because the nightclub is an arena, it has certain arena effects. Uh-huh.
Cool.
Most of which are the auditory kind. And Doc, with your information, yeah, you kind of happen to know that the club is probably their most common haunt, at least on the evenings. And it being a weekend, that is probably the most likely place they're gonna be. Both for unwinding and also challenging people.
Gotcha.
You also happen to know that it, from your experience, it's kind of like a... The club itself isn't itself involved in any illegal activity, but illegal activities often get conducted there, including the dealing of drugs.
Yeah, I'd figure as much.
Yeah.
So it seemed. Yeah, I think we could stop by the Mic Club. It's on the way.
Plus, Lyra's a
You wanna
bard. She would know some stuff about how to deal with anything musical or auditory.
You want to go partying?
No, we're not
Before we
gonna
get
go
there.
party. We're just gonna be there to find them. And if anything else happens there, then I don't know.
I guess the violinist would really help.
Yeah. So I guess we should probably gather everyone, start making our way since it's starting to get really dark.
It's an odd way to say we're gonna go pick up chicks, but okay. Go.
No, that's not what we're doing.
He's not gonna easily ignore you.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You know, I know he meant that as a joke, but the idea of you trying to pick up chicks is really fucking funny.
Just please no.
I mean, got the look for it, but your presence is kind of. You've got the charisma of a rock, okay?
I think I've been getting better.
Actually, no, a pet rock would be more personable than you.
Wow.
People actually like pet rocks.
Oh my gosh. You're killing him.
Actually, what is Doc's charisma?
It's +1.
Oh, it's not bad. It's just, you know.
He's been getting better, okay?
It's just not. It's not bad. It's just not good.
He's as likable as Ash.
He is
Probably.
half as likable as Croux.
He
Meanwhile,
is nowhere as likable as Cumaenos.
Cumaenos, despite having the highest charisma score, is like probably the creepiest and most off-putting party member.
He's just
I'm
persuasive.
gonna have to disagree. Like, yeah, like visually possibly, but like, get him to talk for like a minute, if even. One of
He
the
can
most
be endearing.
personable people.
If
Like,
anything, is also
especially in this group, he's one of the most personable people.
and large part of it. On top of it is just his ability to read other people is a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, oh wait, let me check a spell shot bullets real quick because I want to pick up I'd have to ask someone for a loan, but I want to pick up some cartridges of Purifying Icicle because that would do extra damage against undead.
Also, I do want to confirm. What's up?
Oh yeah, no. I was gonna say, don't forget, Doc actually has a fair bit of money.
Yeah, I mean the
Ooh.
problem is I don't know that in character.
No one does.
Exactly.
money?
but I-
Excuse
well,
me?
People do know because he literally slapped a suitcase in front of like Ash and I think another person.
You did? I wasn't
Yeah.
here.
What?
Oh yeah, Ash should be aware that Doc has like a whole suitcase full of money that he just randomly found from raiding a criminal stash.
Alright, it's
Well-
like 12 gold a bullet if we're using spell strike ammunition cost.
Expensive bullet.
I mean,
Cool.
it's spell.
Mm-hmm. Cumaenos, are you awake?
He does not seem to respond right away.
Oh yeah, Cole, you wanted clarification on something?
Oh no, I was about to ask that Ash would walk over. I was curious if he was going to say anything, and then he did.
Oh, okay.
Hello? He's gonna wave his hand in front of his mask.
After you get to that point where he actually then does seem to like shake his head a little bit and then look over towards you. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize you were trying to get my attention. People have been having conversations in the yard all day. I've been trying to ignore them at any rate.
Been sitting out here all day.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna go to the nightclub.
I feel like there's several steps in logic that I'm unfamiliar with there.
Yeah. Well,
Why?
hurry up and get ready.
What do you mean get ready? What do you want me to put on a suit?
You have one?
No. Why would I own a suit?
Do you want one?
No.
Sorry. This is getting funnier.
This is why he looks like a wolf person.
I'm
Okay,
so incredibly confused.
Yeah. I'll tell you on the way there.
He just sits there, baffled for a moment again, and just shakes his head. Realizes that Mate is there as well, and just pats him on the top of the little dome, and then walks over.
Also, you guys are in like the home of a fashion designer. If you need like nice clothes, you can probably borrow some.
We can actually put on suits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're gonna have to convince Cumaenos about that one. That's gonna be a hard sell.
Well, Doc has a glamour, so you can pretty much change in any outfit.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to wear a monkey suit.
Well, also it's a club. It's a nightclub, so you know you don't really have.
He's
to
never been
dress
to a
up.
nightclub. He doesn't know what you do.
Like, you'll fit in perfectly, I think.
Yeah, like you don't have to dress up nice. Just like it's a club. You can just dress however. Although
I'll
the
continue to look like a warlock that lives in the woods.
you warlock that.
You
lives
know,
I mean, that's true, kind
That
of.
fits you well.
That is an apt description of Cumaenos.
Well, Oracle, but not Warlock, but it's close enough.
I mean, warlocks don't exist in Pathfinder, so
You got the witch class, which is kind of close enough.
Hey, look, we get enough charisma pulling up in a fancy car.
I mean, yeah, you guys do have access to a fancy car.
We're not taking the car.
True.
You're not
Only
taking
two
the
can
car.
fit in it. You want to squeeze in there?
No, there's not enough room anyways in the car, I guess. Unless we jump in a bag of holding.
Break your bones and we'll fit right in.
Sir, Doc, let's turn into a slime real quick.
Oh, we didn't even go get Crew. Oh, he's right there.
yeah. I was just like putting myself in the kitchen because it's been my line of thinking is like Crew's been working for 12 hours by this point. He is hungry. So he was just grabbing something from the kitchen.
Oh, good.
So yeah, for once he actually knows why we're doing the thing. Because he was able to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Sinclair come back in from outside.
And I guess you can come up with a reason why Duncan's coming.
I mean,
It's
Duncan
going to-
heard.
He's
Yeah,
here.
Duncan would hurt, but you know.
Throw him in the trunk.
Just
Mhm.
throw him in the trunk. No, to be fair, I think Crew would be the most likely one to get stuffed in the trunk, and yeah.
My favorite
said-
part is that we literally have Mate, but it's no Crew would get stuff in the trunk.
They'll keep Mate in the last seat. And I'm like, yeah, Mate's gonna stay here. can
You
jump
make it
in.
sound like that could happen.
Nate gets the front seat. What are you on about?
Oh, true, true.
Yeah, Mate drives shotgun. I'm honestly all I can imagine now is Mate in like one of those like little baby seats,
Oh, the booster seat.
Yeah.
the booster seats. Yeah.
So, you see Lady Sinclair and Golden Boy come back in from outside. And she notices you all in the main hall. Oh, are you all going somewhere?
Yes, we are.
Clubbing.
Not clubbing.
That
Not
catches her
act-
by surprise, and she blinks.
I'm
I
only
didn't-
joking.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't think you'd be the kind to go out to a nightclub. Not that I'm saying it, you shouldn't. I happily encourage you to go to a nightclub. Just, stares at Ash.
Fine.
You'll stand out.
Fine, I'll use the disguise.
Yes, please. We talked about this before, right? Just put on something more appropriate. She stands there, folds her arms over her chest, and taps her foot, waiting patiently.
What does he turn into?
You want me to change?
You know the drill. I don't have to tell you.
Fine, he'll press the little button on his inside his jacket. And promptly changes his disguise.
So what does the illusory disguise that Ash puts on?
It's more like I would say like a low quality button up. Some jeans and some nice shoes. And some accessories. And then his hair is black. All good.
One more thing, and she wanders over to Ash. And because Ash is actually shorter than her, will lean over a little bit and start messing with his hair. Combs it back a little bit, and it's somewhat styled. There we go, much better. Steps back.
Can I go now?
Yep, now you can go. Have fun.
If it's a disguise, should we still call you Ash?
Do not care.
Well, let's call you Sparky.
No. I will stab you.
Mercs.
Is there any slight that he won't stab for? Croux just kind of says to himself to mate as he walks.
Oh, no, this is normal for him. I wouldn't worry.
Get this from somewhere.
And as you guys walk out the door, she just smiles and waves. None the wiser of what you guys are doing.
She's like, "Oh, his friends are going out to party."
Going out to party.
As we leave, Crew's just gonna ask it may be a bit awkward to ask. Can I borrow some money to buy some bullets? If we're gonna be fighting zombies and undead, there's a specific spell I want to get bulletized, and I can't afford it.
Wait, are we going to a nightclub or are we fighting undead? I'm getting mixed signals now. What are we doing?
We're
Both.
What?
We're getting. Do you remember the above table? I can't remember her name. Crew probably would remember her
That would
name.
be Lyra and Desiree.
Do you
Were
remember
the two that you ran into.
Do you remember Lyra and Desiree? They were the.
Yes, we met them in the graveyard, and we've met them previously on multiple occasions. I'm familiar.
Yeah. Apparently they're at the nightclub often, and our goals are aligned here, trying to take care of the undead problem. So we wanted to see if we could get them to help.
Very well. So I overheard something about picking up chicks. That's what we're doing then, yes?
Yes.
By
Technically.
not like
There's nothing
that,
technical about it.
It is the two people that we're going to find to try and enlist their aid are women, yes? We are picking
Yes.
up chicks is the terminology that is
Yes,
appropriate here.
yes.
I am thoroughly exasperated. Fine.
Alright.
Seems a little bit more irritable than usual.
This is too hilarious.
Alright, so are you guys walking or are you just grabbing
I
a
thought
car?
we were getting in a car.
We'll get a car.
You're kidding
Are
me.
we all on the sidewalk? We walked past the car.
Well, 2 of us can get in the car.
Only 2 can get in the car.
There's
The rest
another,
can walk.
just so you know, there's another car that the Sinclairs like ended up in, and like that'll hold all of you.
We will
So-
use that one, and we will
We'll
stop
use that
everyone in
then.
the trunk.
Get in the fucking minivan.
Crew gets in the trunk. And make us just see.
Well, if it fits all of us, canonically they drive like a minivan or something.
They drive a minivan. Alright.
More like
so-
a nice, compact car.
Alright, so you guys hop in the car and I get to do a map change. Woo.
We're already at the 3-hour mark, just let you know.
Yeah, I know. I'll just introduce the scene and we'll move over.
Alright, look at this juicy map right here.
Fuck you.
New music.
Hey, yo.
new-
There he is. It's our boy.
We're
Oh, I
dancing.
want you to know that I immediately like jumped at hearing the song.
All
We'll
right.
kind of stroll up like we own the place.
Yeah, so you guys roll up to the Mirage Nightclub. Very popular, not only, I guess, mundane hangout, but a lot of errands like to hang out there. To unwind, especially on the weekends. And
Oh, no.
normally the dueling day is fire day, but sometimes it goes through the weekend because it's highest traffic and seems to be packed tonight. Even though it's early in the evening. Yeah, early-ish. Sun's just gone down, so there's a bit of a line forming out front. And you can hear music rumbling from inside the building.
It'd be like I'm very muffled.
Yeah, like very muffled.
I'm actually
Are you
dancing.
grooving? I
I
thought
don't know
you
what you're
didn't
talking
dance.
about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's denying it.
Okay.
Fully.
Why is it so unbearably loud in here?
What?
Why is it so unbearably loud in here?
We'll have to yell.
He has to, it's very loud. And
Yeah.
Cumaenos, as you get closer and closer to the building, and even when you go inside of it, you've never seen so many people or felt so many people cramped into a small space in your entire life.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be incredibly overstimulating. Guess who
Very
can
overstimulating.
fucking guess who's aware of everyone around them within a certain radius?
Yeah, like I think your radius is 30 feet.
Oh no.
So you notice everyone and everything.
Feeling the vibe. What is the
Yeah.
vibe?
What do you mean the vibe? It's like
Like of the people?
Yeah, what's the vibe of the people?
it's party time.
Yeah. We're grooving here.
Everyone's having a good time.
As we all walk inside, you actually do see Cumaenos put a hand on the side of his head as he just seems to like lean his head to the side as though he's wincing.
Oh no.
You got migraines?
Not exactly, no. But it is unpleasant. I will be fine, let's keep going. I'd rather not sit and just have nothing else to think about.
Yeah, Croux, despite just like talking, mentioning that it's too loud to hear anything. Crew's mumbling. Crew's
Wee.
responses are just mumbling.
So
How
Doc
does this
is
door look? Is
what
it like
door?
this right here? Is it like a solid door, or is there like is it fogged so you can't see through it?
It's a solid door.
Would it say security on it?
Yeah, it says security on it.
I note.
And
Yes, Doc and Ash approach the front desk.
Yeah, you're at the front desk. This is a coat check. And the girl manning the coat room glances at you. Oh, hello! Have any coats to check in? Or extra gear?
Oh, check.
Yeah, you don't know what a coat check is?
Out of character, I do not know what this is.
You don't know
It's
what
literally
a coat
just like-
check is?
It's literally
Like if
just
you're
like
wearing
you
a
hand
raincoat,
over-
they just take
yeah,
your
like
coat, and
you
then
hand
so you
over
don't
your
wear it
jacket.
inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, what a coat check is like in some places where if you have bags or like a raincoat or whatever, and you don't want to hang on to it, you can just like check it in at a coat check. You give it to them, they give you like I guess like a receipt or a tag that you hold on to, and then you get your stuff back at the end of the night when you leave. They keep it secure usually.
Doc
And-
isn't necessarily wearing a coat, per se.
We're also only gonna be here for like a few minutes, realistically. So
You can say you're okay and keep on moving.
Yeah, we're fine.
Alright then, have a good time. And she smiles cheerfully and waves you guys off and waits to help the next person to pass through.
Time to groove,
You want to
totally.
get rid of your coat, Cumaenos?
No.
can we hand over Trey?
No.
Can't even see.
Hand over a whole ass ghost.
He's just
I-
vibing.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
mate,
I'm
it's
going to
just-
find a place to go sit down.
Alright.
I'm
not
guessing-
really looking that great either. He's not much of a social. He's not this much of a socialite. Mate is visibly excited.
Actually, Crew, you see Mate's dome take on the look of an equalizer. So, yeah, it's just kind of like waving along to the beat.
Like an audio synthesizer.
He's
Yeah,
already
like-
Wi-Fi hooked to the music here.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, Mate already hacked
What
the
the
DJ.
heck? What the hell is that?
Robot.
Tells what?
The DJ.
The robot.
Robot.
Yeah. That is
DJ
the
robot.
DJ. The DJ bot. Yeah, you notice-
Interesting.
Yeah, you notice that the DJ looks like a robot. It's just
Looks
kind of
like
like
a-
Daft Punk, actually. If you know what,
Yeah.
what Daft Punk is.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Alright, so it looks more like a person looking like a robot than like an actual robot.
I mean, it's more robot than person. It's an actual robot.
The DJ bot.
It's a DJ bot. But it's DJ.
Okay. I don't remember what they look like.
The place is packed, by the way. I don't have tokens, but it's packed.
Yeah. Yeah, like
There's
we
a
kind of
lot of
having to like
people.
shove past people.
Yeah, you're like shoulder to shoulder. You have to like shove past people. There's a lot of people on the dance floor dancing.
We
People
gotta get to the more
booths,
open areas.
And there's people at the bar. It's quieter in the side rooms.
Crew is actively making sure that like Mate isn't like Mate's like feet aren't out so that he's not snagging or like cutting up people's clothes.
This is all Crypt of the Necrodancer music, by the way.
Sounds about right.
I managed to find some tracks that were suitably club or house style music. that are.
I guess
actually
it's
in the
easy
game.
to say. Yeah, music's cool. I guess it's everyone. Yeah, easy for everyone knows that.
Who?
I mean, would we notice?
Who's that? I don't even know that guy.
Yeah, we don't know this guy totally.
It's not like it's a bit darker, likely, with a lot of light, so harder to recognize the hair and lots of people.
Yeah.
I mean, Cumaenos definitely doesn't notice. He's actively trying to ignore most of like the sensory input that he's getting.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, Cumaenos would probably be able to pick him out because his aura is familiar, his energy is familiar, but with this many people, no, you wouldn't be able to pick it out.
I mean, if he was actively trying to look, then maybe, but he's doing the opposite. He's actively trying to ignore everything.
Anyway, yeah, you guys may continue. I'm just gonna jam out over here.
This is Ash would know that Lyra performs, right? I don't know
Yeah,
if he
she-
knows that she performs here.
No, it's not here that she performs. She performs at the casino, which has a stage and theater.
I mean, this is all like electronic music. It's not like it's orchestral or something.
Yeah, like she hangs out here with her group to unwind.
It'd be hard to use Ash's gift in here. Or just bump into somebody.
True.
Just teleport through them.
It'd be funny.
Just body check somebody as soon as you teleport on them. Okay.
I guess at this point, it'd be probably wise to probably do like actual society or perception checks to find people. In the huge
Probably-
crowds, at least.
Probably perception, yeah.
Can I
think
I mean,
use
if we're looking for
practicality?
someone in particular, we can just ask the fucking bartender or something.
Hello, woman.
Are you actually going up to the
No.
bartender?
I wouldn't say that.
Hello, woman.
Would you like to
we-
be picked up like a chick this night?
Alright, so what are you guys doing right now?
Excellent strategy.
Just, I think Crew's just really trying to pick people out from the crowd, but his height is not helping.
I'm gonna perceive Oliver. Let's see what he's up to. Is he just drinking at the bar?
Perception check, please.
Can I do it as well?
Yeah. Like, you know Oliver's there, you don't really know what he's up to.
15.
That makes
Ooh,
sense.
bad.
Oh, actually,
22.
1 second. Because this is a skill that Mate is at least trained in. Is it okay if I roll for him as well?
Oh, go ahead.
Hell yeah!
Okay. 30, holy shit. Okay. So
Mate
Oliver
is great at recognizing his friends.
friend. Alright, so
Friend spotted.
So Oliver is sitting at the bar and he has a drink next to him. And he does seem to be drinking. It's like half full as far as you can tell. So he's been and you can't tell how long he's been there for or how many he's had, but he's been drinking. And he seems tense, very tense. And you can occasionally, Doc and Mate both notice this, but Mate for sure. His attention keeps going towards the back room. Or
Very
Or-
strange.
the back area over here.
I wonder why. He's a weird dude.
Mate's going to take the point out action and point out Oliver to the people who didn't spot him.
I can't see.
Take it-
Short.
Too short.
Cumaenos is actively not looking.
He's like, oh, yeah, that's good. Fuck off.
And
Are you vibing?
at some point after you guys seem to pick him out, let me see. I'm gonna roll something here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna include Duncan, so just like 1, 2, 3, 4.
If only Carhass is here. He has business to swallow. Why me?
Alright,
One.
Honestly, that makes the most sense.
Alright.
You're closer than like the two of us back here. 2, you're not Ash, who is like,
I'm disguised.
yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, he's disguised.
Alright, Doc, you hear a voice echo in your head. Ah, hello again.
Oh.
Huh?
And you immediately recognize it as Lilith.
Hello there.
Oh, don't you worry, I'm nearby. I happened to notice you walk in. Not the kind of place I'd have expected you to be.
We're not here for him specifically, but what's he even here for anyways?
A little something he's been working on the past few nights. I'd be careful about disturbing him.
And this is all telepathic, right?
This is all telepathic, yeah.
She's screaming across the dance floor.
Hey, her telepathy has a range of like 100 feet, I think, so.
It's 80 feet away from me.
Just be careful. If you decide to bother him, just when it happens, don't be afraid of sitting back and watching the fireworks fly.
So his lead is probably somewhere here, I'm guessing.
Correct. Oh my, you're very sharp.
Yeah.
Seems like you found out a few things in your time since I saw you last.
That would be the case, yes.
Well, while you're done conducting your other business, feel free to hang around and watch the drama unfold. I'm sure it'll be quite a show.
Thank you for the warning, I guess.
Of course, just be forewarned that the collateral damage might be extensive.
Alright then. And at this point, he might, like... I guess it'd be hard to talk to everyone around here when there's so many people.
Yeah, you're like, you just kind of feel the connection and go, "Beep."
Yeah. And it'd probably be hard to activate earpiece here, or would it not be?
Yeah. And, fortunately for you guys,
Yeah.
you see a familiar person go up, approach the bar.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Bartender
there he
comes
is.
over. Handles a drink order. And you notice that he's ordering how many drinks? 5 drinks? Yeah.
That means they're all here. Man.
And you can't hear anything, but you see an exchange go on, and then you see him point to the room over here, back here, this way, and then he wanders back. The bartender goes about preparing the drinks.
Well, it looks like they're in there. Any of you want to come with?
Are you scared?
I really like the type walk in a room. Well,
Look, that's right. Are you
don't
the
even
type-
say it. Do not even say it.
Are you the type to walk into the room?
Oh,
Just
sorry.
come with me.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess our little we walk in and see all four of the ladies. Do they notice us?
Well, the big dude over here noticed you guys first, nods at you in acknowledgement, and then steps aside to let you approach the ladies. And they all seem to notice you as you walk into the side room. It's actually noticeably quieter in here than it is everywhere else. So you can actually probably hear, you can even hear yourselves think, actually, so.
Get Oliver in here real quick. Oh, not Oliver. Cumaenos. Get Cumaenos in here.
You want me
I have too many words in my brain right now.
Yeah, Desiree, the blonde one, waves at you enthusiastically, and you can see on the table, there's like a buttload of empty glasses. They have been drinking all night. You don't know how long for, but hasn't been well, not a buttload, there's like enough for like each of them. Yeah, Desiree waves you over. Oh, hey! It's you guys again.
Hearing that it's quieter in there, mate, not mate, sorry, Croux and also mate are gonna join. Just
What is it?
quieter space in here?
That would likely be helpful, yes.
and because it's off to a corner, probably less sensory overload of noticing all the people around too.
Yep. Well, on top of that, also consider he additionally has uncanny awareness, so he also is vaguely aware of all the movement around him.
Yeah, so being in a room where people are sitting, even more helpful.
Yep.
Also,
Yes,
yeah,
are all good.
Cumaenos, actually, since you're in here and you're not suffering sensory overload, you notice that the aura of this guy's kind of weird.
He's in the other room from me. He's over here.
What? Oh, no,
You're
he's
talking about the guy with the white hair.
the guy with the white hair. No, he's in here. He's supposed to be in here.
I will refresh in that case.
don't worry about
Also,
it. He's in here now.
you said that there's a bunch of bottles. How many? Or glasses? How many?
One for each
My
of
for
them,
no-
actually. There's like one for each of them. But judging from the volumes, they've been here maybe like half an hour to an hour. They've been through at least like 1 or 2 drinks each. They're not bad.
So there's about like 10 glasses on there for
About
as
10,
a rough
yeah.
estimate.
Yeah. And yeah, Cumaenos, the aura on this guy is kind of weird.
Like, weird how?
Not living, but also
Interesting.
not quite dead either. It feels
Interessante.
it feels vaguely like a ghost, but not quite a ghost.
Strange.
Is this man a ghoul?
But I mean, you can roll a cult, I think, for it.
I think that I will. Bang. I don't think that I will. Actually, you know what? I'll use a hero point because I haven't done that in a minute. There you go. I'm gonna do it again.
That's
better.
a lot better.
All right. This guy right here. He is an Eidolon. And the specific kind of Eidolon he is a devotion phantom. So, if you've ever played like the Fate series or seen the Fate series, he's essentially a summon. He is a heroic spirit. So,
He's a phony.
You're fake.
yeah. He's a spirit that's been summoned, to serve as summoner. But not dead. He's not dead. He's not undead. He's a person that once existed and died a long time ago, but he's not undead. And he's actually a physical manifestation. He is not a ghost. But
Duly
has
noted.
he has certain properties of one. But yeah, no, he's a summon of somebody here. You don't know who.
Yeah.
Roll out these two.
Anyway,
I mean, dedications exist.
Anyway, yeah, Desiree stares at the rest of you. No offense or anything, but you guys don't really seem like the partying type.
No.
We
Sorry,
are.
I forgot which. The
Fine.
violinist. She's one of these four, right?
She's here.
She's
Yep.
a slut.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, thought so. It's been weeks and I'm bad with names and faces and people and remembering that kind
Understandable.
of stuff. Yeah.
We are surely out of our element.
Yes. But we're not here for partying.
Well, if you're not here for partying, what are you here for?
Possibly some assistance. Do you know the undead fiasco?
Yes, I'm quite aware. We ran into you the other night, wasn't it?
Yes. We're here for regarding something similar to that where, yeah. There seems to be an audio element to all of this stuff going on. And we were hoping we could ask you for some assistance regarding that, since there appears to be a lot more undead going on around the city. All with the same effects. Or similar.
Here, I'm going to be a bit more direct because I don't want this to drag out further here any longer than required. We believe the individual responsible for resurrecting the dead is doing so at a number of locations throughout the city. Additionally, they seem to be doing so with an audio component which both influences the living as well as the dead. As such, we don't have anyone skilled in negating such aspects, so we would wish for assistance in that regard, as we are endeavoring to resolve the situation before it further affects the city.
You're way better at wording things than me.
I think he just wants to leave.
Yes. Yes, I do.
At that very detailed and succinct explanation, they all glance at each other and then glance at Lyra, who seems to be their leader.
Well, that is quite the predicament. I'd be happy to help you out. But...
And then, this one over here chugs down her drink and slams it down on the table.
you gotta do something for us first, boyos.
What's that?
You gotta fight us for it. Then we'll probably help you out. Just a quickie. No big deal.
Might you?
Sure, I don't mind.
Whatever gets me out here faster, I will punch someone in the face right now if I need to.
Croux takes a step away from Cumaenos.
Lyra smirks.
So, how about it, boys? Our help for a quick little duel. Nothing big. And you can name whatever stakes you want.
Your points.
You're very direct.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, all of them?
Sure. Are you not confident in beating us?
One moment, please.
And then, they all lean in over the table and discuss something just beneath what you can hear, and occasionally tossing glances over at you.
Can I scout
you
this and read their lips?
Oh, you can read their lips. Okay, yes. I'll allow you to read their lips.
This is so funny.
I'm gonna scout roll for it.
Yeah, scout roll.
Where's my lore? 30.
Okay, that's more than enough. Okay, Ash, what you're able to glean is they seem very hesitant about gambling all of their points. And what you hear tossed back and forth, like, we worked really hard for those, and do you think we can game them back faster if we lose them all? And they seem to be seriously discussing their options. And someone's like, do we really have to fight them? I mean, that's a lot of points.
They can negotiate the stakes.
Yeah.
If they
They
really
said
want.
we can
Well,
choose
that's
the
what
stakes.
That's what
Well-
they're discussing right now, is like if they're willing to accept those or if they want to give us a rebuttal.
I guess
and then-
Taco asked, like, is that really necessary?
It was a joke. But they're taking it seriously.
Oh. I might want to mention that then.
After.
Alright then.
And they break their huddle and glance over to you. Okay. Half our points. And they glance at each other. And a magic item from one of our inventories. Your choice.
That sounds pretty nice.
But we
What
will
are
tell
you asking for in return?
Just a fight. That's all we want. And we'll help you with whatever you like.
Well, but what happens should we lose, hypothetically speaking? What do you want? I mean, these stakes seem very one-sided.
You can have all my points.
They glance at each other. Well, what do you have to offer?
I have 81 by myself.
Yeah, but we can't split those.
I mean, I could offer fortune-telling services, I suppose.
Desiree, eyes go wide. Fortune telling? Oh, I'm in. And she chugs down her drink, slams it on the table, and steps out, stumbles a little bit. All right, ladies, let's go.
This whole time, Croux just has been looking really unsure. He uses a gun.
You'll be
Is it
alright.
a good idea to go into a duel with a gun?
Well, there's special things with this that Phoe might
Yeah.
explain.
I've explained it before, but there's like special dueling field, so it reduces all damage to non-lethal, so you can just like wail on each
Oh,
other
okay.
and not hold back,
Good.
and it'll be
I
fine.
can non-lethally shoot someone between the eyes. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't take any penalties for rolling lethal damage or non-lethal, whatever.
I'm going to assume that making it non-lethal, but it would bypass non-lethal immunity.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought so, because otherwise Mate is invulnerable.
Alright. Are these terms acceptable?
Yeah, I agree.
Works for me.
So long as it gets me out of here faster, I'm fine with most anything.
Alright then, gentlemen. To the dance floor. Let's dance.
Oh, for the love of...
We're not
And,
actually dancing.
And we'll end session here for today.
Cumaenos not getting anything he wants right now.
No. He's gonna be all pissed off.
I didn't even get to borrow money for funny bullets.
We can do that after.
Yeah,
But
I'm assuming it's just like on the way, quick stop by the gun store.
I
Hopefully
will
hopefully they have purifying icicle.
probably. So yeah, starting next session, we'll have the Sirens fight, which will have some special conditions. And also, if you manage to enlist their help, they do actually provide some support bonuses as a group rather than individually. So, I mentioned it before that you guys can enlist the aid of NPCs, and depending on whether or not you have them actually in combat and on the field with you, they'll do different things. The Sirens, I just have them as a group as opposed to all of their tokens at once because it's just simpler that way. But if you enlist their help, they will provide a bonus to performance checks. And that will be a status bonus. So if you do manage to get them to help you, one of their support bonuses will be they will provide a +2 status bonus to performance checks, provided you've practiced with them at least within the last 24 hours. So yeah, that's one of their support benefits.
Does a dual count as practice?
And then
Yeah.
I think Lyra herself has I think a specific ability. I think she will counter perform if she's within like 60 feet of you. Hang on, where is she? Something like that, I don't remember. But yeah. And my NPCs have special support benefits. So I think, what was it, Phoe? No, Tyrion's, I think. What does he have? Tyrion has like a special one.
A -5 on will save.
No. He has a special support benefit.
This is Bane.
I think he has, what was it? One of the, I think it's like a Firebrand's feat that he provides. It's either we're on the list or oh no, it's Party Crasher. Both of the Sinclair twins have that feat that they will support you with Party Crasher, so they can get you into places that you normally can't get into. So yeah.
Now that's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, my NPCs have support abilities that they can help you out with if you manage to enlist their aid for specific things. So they might not be actually on the map in combat with you, because they're higher level, they might unbalance things wildly, and a lot of tokens on the map is a pain. So I've simplified it to that.
Yeah. It also makes sense because that way they're still contributing without like stealing the spotlight of,
Yeah.
you know, doing more damage than us or stuff like that.
Yeah, and if they are on the field, they'll only perform like their one support action each round. So like Myiari, for example, can provide you long range heals with life shot, or I forgot what else she can do as like a support.
All I can think of right now is just like from 500 feet away, taking the shot, life shot.
Oh yeah, her.
Or there's also Williams.
So Myiari's out of combat support. So once per day, she can provide a number of alchemical items equal to her intelligence modifier each day upon request. These items lose their properties and become inert at 6 a.m. the next day. And then her other out of combat support benefit is actually no, I'll show you. So that's support benefit 1. And then this is her second one. These are out of combat support. So if you're in a situation where you're in chained combat encounters, so one after the other without much time to rest, yeah, she will reduce the amount of time it takes for you to heal or perform healing. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That is a damn good support.
Yeah.
Yo.
Also, I'm probably gonna forget to ask this when the time comes, so I'm gonna ask now. When initiative is rolled, can I roll performance?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, basically my line of thinking is just like, alright, this is a duel, people are watching, YouTuber time.
So I will say, you won't have to roll performance checks in order to, like, you won't have to use the performance skill to roll performance checks in the upcoming combat. What do I have it listed? I think I can let you use athletics or acrobatics in place of performance for your performance check.
Finally, my acrobatics is gonna get some use.
Actually, I can actually tell you the conditions for the fight, because this won't be something you'll analyze. This will be like a known arena quirk, so I will show you.
Damn.
My acrobatics and performance are the same, assuming I'm allowed to get the virtuosic performer bonus.
I'm untrained in all three. I am totally gonna suffer for this.
I
Yeah,
can't
plus
believe
15.
that. I can't believe that you're an investigator with untrained skills. That right there is the true skill issue. That's a joke.
Look, out of all my 4 untrained skills, that just happens to be 3 of them.
And then this is the results.
Ooh.
Oh, bit up?
Oh. Oh. Oh, I like that.
And then the other condition is this.
I
So basically, you'll fail, but up until a certain point, like your circumstance bonus will keep increasing until you actually succeed.
You'll find a beat somewhere.
Yeah, you'll find the beat at some point. A broken clock is correct twice a day.
But what about the people who don't dance?
He's immune.
Unless it's a 2400-hour clock. This is what my husband said.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I remember not understanding that saying for a long time in my life, because I didn't understand broken as in like the time, like the hands are moving. I thought broken as in like it's 3 hours off. It's just like, how? If it's 3 hours off, when is it gonna be right? Time is moving at the same speed.
But yeah, these are the conditions for the next fight. I'm not going to require you to roll checks for it, because this is a known arena condition. Because they have fights at the nightclub, so this is the arena condition that's imposed on the fight. So yeah, I'm doing different things for each of the combats of this arc.
Nice.
Instead of
It's a way to keep combat interesting.
It's a way to keep combat interesting. It's like a hazard, but also not really a hazard. And I think I've probably balanced out the NPC character class abilities a little bit.
Question. Does Mate have to make those checks too?
Mate he acts on your turn, so no.
Alright. I was asking because he actually is trained in acrobatics and athletics.
And before combat starts, I'll give you like a minute to kind of see what abilities they've got, because you'll know what their classes are, and I'll give you a list of the abilities, and you can choose to identify them if you want. But you might not need to recall knowledge much this fight because these are class abilities they have for the most part.
Yeah. I still needed to do it for my bonuses, but that's about it.
Yeah, you still need to do it for your bonuses, but everyone else doesn't have to. So yeah. So you already know one of them is a summoner and one is a bard. I don't know if you know what Desiree is or what Summer is.
A girl.
I'd be guessing one was Swashbuckler.
But yeah. Next session's gonna be fun, and then Carhass is gonna probably be wondering what the hell did you all get into?
Why are we?
Why
Why
are we in a
fighting
nightclub?
In a public area.
He'd be like, why are we in a nightclub? I thought we were going to a train station.
Well, it certainly is a
now I
train
think-
wreck, I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And then-
just hoping that the dueling arena has a place to protect against casualties for when I miss with gun.
You'd be okay.
And then Car has to also come back to all of this going
Oh,
on
God,
over here.
I thought of something horrible.
What's
Accidental
horrible?
shot in here.
Nah,
'Cause-
it'll be fine.
No, I mean, I know that it'll be fine, but it's just like, it's accidental shot. Like, my line of thing is like the bullet's ricocheting and it happens to hit the target, like, with luck. And in
Just
this
bounce around the
kind
room
of,
and then hit him.
I mean, at least I'm not higher level, so at least I don't have the actual trick shot action.
Alright, for it. This is probably what would happen. The bullet would stay off the DJ booth and change the music and they hit the target.
Ooh. Okay, that would actually be kind of cool, not gonna lie. That would actually be kind of sick, let's be honest here.
that would be pretty sick.
Yeah,